Oh God, here it comes. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Mr. Marsh, we apologize, and if it's okay with you, we would like to present you your long overdue trophy.
Mag.
Look at little Goblin Jr. Gonna cry?
You broke my heart today.
On Valentine's Day, bro.
Bro, I cried today.
I'm here with Razor eating ice cream, consoling him all night.
I cried, dude. Like, I couldn't believe it, man. Like, fuck, dude. I got inspired by sitting here watching these guys, bro. Like, fucking my mystery, like, doing mystery boxes and mail haul. Dude, I was hurt, bro. Let's continue on, guys.
Stop crying, you sniveling ass. Stop your nonsense.
God damn it, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro.
All right.
Fuck, dude.
I know it gets to you.
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry, baby, cry for me. Come on, cry.
Especially when those guys like Rob and DJ Links reached out to me and told me how much they were hurt and how they were not going to be sponsors and they're going to pull out. I'm hurt. That hurt, man. Yeah. You know what I do? I do need to grow some balls, bro. But you know what I mean? Maybe I do, man. Maybe I'm just, a big pussy, bro. You're right.
You're a pussy.
I'm a big emotional pussy, bro. You're right.
That's pussy, Razor.
Yeah, you might be right, bro.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation. The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Mama.
Real fucking high on drugs.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday night, another Modern Comic Mayhem week. Holy moly, coming in hot on this one. Everybody out there is talking about one thing, and we might as well just get into it, right?
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comfortable drums. These dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the
But let's get down to business.
All right. Oh boy, here we go. So, hottest artist in the game, ladies and gentlemen, goes out, makes a name for himself, putting out good product, good stuff, good work, starts getting hot. Secondary market is going, holy shit, this guy's getting hot. And you have situations that start off Modern Comic Mayhem straight into drama. When things like this happen, this is the type of shit that every action has a consequence. And you could end up on comic book drama alert because of it. All right, for those of you guys that don't know, Dan Quintana putting out an Absolute Batman number 19. Let me show you guys the book. Is this it? I believe this is it. All right, hold on. Let me get in here. By the way, the session was fucking excellent tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed your sesh. All right, so here is the book. Dan Quintana, Absolute Batman number 19. Drop on Whatnot. Kind of cool. We've been talking about this a lot lately, where like what is what's going on with live selling and all and everything. It's fucking crazy right now. We've had a couple people are on the panel right now that drop books on Whatnot or on live selling platforms quite often. And we've been seeing some pretty big numbers and some pretty people selling volume on live sales. I mean, it's everywhere from the bottom up. You got guys that are able to, like Jesse James Comics says, pay their fucking light bill by selling comics. You got guys that are making a living selling comics on live streams, okay? All the way from either side. And it's pretty amazing to watch. And it's not just with comics. People are selling fucking goldfish on these live streams and making money doing it. It's crazy. We live in a crazy world. At the same time, you've got this heat going on a new artist. Not new to the game, but new in people's collectible minds, right? We've seen this happen quite a bit. It happens probably a couple times a year where a new artist will, have his explosion in the secondary market, and it's fun to watch. And one of the things that we do see when this happens is everything the guy puts out is hot. So puts out a new book. Everybody's doing Absolute Batman 19s right now. Everybody and their mother is doing them. There's a flood to the market of Absolute variants coming right now. Good. Most of them are good, but there's a lot coming, and prices of variants have gone up. You have to do a certain amount. DC is holding the Absolute series pretty close to the chest. They know what they have. Fucking Scott Snyder's getting ready to be the new fucking head publisher dude over at DC probably right now. We just don't know it. It's that big of a deal. So Dan Quintana comes in, people fall in love with him. They immediately start looking for his old shit. When the secondary market starts looking for their old stuff, that artist is hot. Here's the moment. Dan Quintana has a beautiful autograph, right? He's got that painted fucking autograph. He takes time with it. He's a dope artist, and he's creating a fan base right now. And his shit is selling. It's fucking hot. It's on every hot list. He had 4 books on the Hot 10 last night, Hood, right? Including the Almost 10, I think. Was it 4? Yep. I think it was 4.
Well, if you put 1006 and 7 together,
Yes.
But,
so it is fucking sun level hot craziness. Whatnot drop happens tonight. Absolute Batman number 19. And who on the panel is seeing it? Did you see it, Davis?
I was in there for a couple of minutes.
James?
My phone was dying in a restaurant, but I caught a little bit of it at the beginning.
Okay. And Hood's new to it. John, did you see it?
Yeah, I was watching the drop.
What did you guys? John? What did you think? Intense. Yeah, what did you think, John?
Man, you know what it is. The bids are going exactly what I think some of us expected. His last Batman book, or the Absolute Batman with Wonder Woman on the cover, is like it went nuclear, right? And then it hit like 1,000 plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this cover is killer, and people are starving for him right now. He's the guy. So I wasn't surprised, but it is entertaining watching how rabid people are, willing.
$820, bro.
Dude, that was just
bro.
Yeah, there were some other ones, and then eventually he sold the fucking banner behind his head that had the picture of this cover on it.
Is he signing in Bruce Wayne's parents' blood and shit, dude?
Hey, dude, look up the banner sale. Did you see the banner sale?
What did it go for?
The banner sale sold for almost $1,600. Wow. That's the banner, the thing hanging behind him while he was signing.
That's crazy.
And that was his idea. He when he finished signing, he was talking to everybody. Then he turns around, he's eating a piece of chocolate, and he goes, "Hey, why don't we sell this fucking banner?"
Mm-hmm.
And I just started laughing because me and Yi got to talk to the guy, and he's a really, really nice guy, man.
Dan's great.
And I think
Yeah,
he was
Dan
just
is
trying to have
crazy.
fun with the chat, and the chat lit up. Everybody said, "Yeah, run it," and so he ran it, and that it ended. And he did say he was going to sign it, when it was over, and it sold for almost $1,600, man. So, and then he sold
Are there
a
replays
poster.
on Whatnot still? Can you see replays?
Yeah, I think
If
so.
if they have it turned on.
And reviews or clips or what is it?
No, it's gone then.
Yeah.
Actually, I think they might just got rid of that feature.
That sucks, bro.
And he sold a poster that was right next to it that had to do with the birds, which was limited to 200. And he said he was going to sign that as well, and that sold for around, I want to say, 600. And it was just a regular size poster. It wasn't a banner. So it was interesting, man.
So here's some of the things that I want to ask, because I didn't get a chance to see the show, so I'm coming in pretty fresh on this. I heard that there was 1,500 people waiting for this show.
My goodness, man.
Mm-hmm.
1,500 people, dude.
The viewership has been higher than normal recently. Like at MegaCon and C2E2, I definitely had more viewership from those shows than I've had in a long time. And then this last week on my Wednesday show, I had more than normal. It seems like Whatnot's getting more and more viewership, just in general across the board.
So I guess there's a couple of things that I'm hearing that people are a little there's talk about that's kind of like, this is kind of shitty. And the first thing is that they released a small amount of books, right? I think they only released 150 books. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And they, I think, dropped them in, was it 25 book increments? Does that sound right?
I think the first drop was 25. That might have been the website drop, though. I'm not sure about the Whatnot drop.
That was the website. The website was like a flash, and like it just almost didn't exist the way how fast it went. And because I was told, I knew about. I mean, everybody knew about the website.
Yeah,
he was talking about it, promoting it long enough. But the same amount of people that were probably watching the live sale was in there trying to grab, one of whatever 25 copies.
Yeah.
And
so
if not more, we did when we did our last Ronin 5 drop. We had like 2,000 people on our website waiting for us to release that book.
So here's the thing.
I would imagine he probably had something similar for this.
When I think of like, and it's a different world, and it's very interesting because when I think of how I would probably want to do something like that, in my opinion, is you'd want to sell a big chunk of your product at that time, right? And I guess people are like, this kind of sucks, they're. How much were they selling for as the buy it now? It's for $25 a pop. Was it $25 a pop?
Wasn't it 75?
75.
Yeah, the buy it now was $74.99 for. I think you had an option of a cardstock, and then there was a foil,
which I think was 100.
Right. Yeah, and then there was some other kind of drop. I don't want to say it was like pre-signed sale, but there was something that was selling same cover, but like 100 and change. So maybe it's what Davis is saying. Maybe it was cardstocks were $74.99 and the foils were 100 or something.
That's what I saw.
Either way, it was gone faster than faster than you can imagine.
Shout out Cattle Trader. He dropped it $10. He said, I smashed the shit out of the like button hood.
Hey, thanks, bro.
25 at 25, then 175 at 75 is what Sans is saying.
Okay.
Oh, so he did a drop for $25.
Right.
And then another drop at 75.
And then another was 150. No, the sets were 150. All right.
Yeah, the sets. Yeah.
Website drop started at $24.99. Then on the Whatnot, they sold them for $75. Then a set dropped at $150. On the website at $150 or on the Whatnot sale at $150? How many books did they sell total, you think?
I saw somebody say 150 total, but I just saw someone say.
Which is like nothing, right? I mean, Davis has done drops twice as fast. I mean, twice as many and sold twice as fast. I mean, he's not new to this, right? It's when somebody wants something, it's over,
Yeah, I think we did our drop for them when we did our drop at MegaCon, because we had the last Absolute Batman that he did, the 18 Poison Ivy. That one was limited to 1,000. Me and Tom each had our copies. Dan had some, so I think we each had like 450. I think I want to say I put almost 400. Like it was like almost 400 in one drop, if I remember correctly, because that's just how we figured, you know.
499 one already sold for. 450 one sold for.
Oh, keep going. I saw bigger numbers than that.
Or maybe they're being bid on right now. Oh, wait, hold on.
No, when I had my solds up earlier, there was a lot for more than that.
Let's see.
Yeah, sorted my highest.
Yeah, just do Dan Quintana.
The next thing that happened lightning fast was the minute his live sale was over, there were a couple of people who rushed to social media and started tearing Heavy Mental apart. I don't know what. I mean, listen, I made one comment and I just said, and I've said this about Spears books and every other book that I fall in love with that you can't get because the drop was too fast. Even when Comic Time or even Davis does a drop, it's like you either the luck is in your favor and you get it. Sometimes you have to start inheriting the thought process that not every book is for you to have. Davis, all right, and move on to the next thing.
Davis and James, I want to ask you both. Do you guys usually hold some books back on drops like this, or is it just all of them at go?
No, yeah, definitely hold them. Like I think it was around 60 to 75 of our Absolute Poison Ivy from MegaCon, which have mostly got signed to have auctions of signed copies and stuff. And then even like the Thrag Battle Damage of the 1,200, I think I saved like 75 of that as well. So it just depends on if it's a limited to 500, I'll save like 25. If it's limited to 300, I'll save like 10. It kind of just depends on the total print count.
I usually, my rule of thumb is right around 10%. I usually hold back about 10% on a book, and it's because you get those customers, like the last thing you want to tell a great customer that's been with you for years, if the post office fucks up their book, you want to be able to replace it.
Yeah.
Even if it's not your fault, you want to be able to replace it. So I always hold back 10% just in case.
Yeah.
And then after the fact, like Davis alluded to, it's nice to have some for future sales, especially selling on Whatnots and eBays. It's nice. I like to hold some back so that I can offer them signed when I know that a convention's coming up and the artist is going to be there, the writer's going to be there.
Can I say something real quick?
Hold back about 10%.
I never want to tell somebody how to run their business, so I don't want to come off that way. But to me, it seems a little scary to see things like this happen, because it makes me go, "Fucking man, the bubble's getting ready to pop." Because the first thing that happened over this, rather than like in the past when something like this has happened, it's been very positive. Like everybody's like, "Hey man, Davis just did it," right? We've had people who have done really cool sales, and everybody's a little bit more positive about it. It was very very negative off the bat, right? But at the same time, these prices on the secondary market are so fucking high, bro. And if there's 2,000 of these and he only sold 200 of his 2,000 copies, I feel like my thought process, and I could be wrong on this, I'm not a fucking retailer. The guys on the industry show are always giving me shit like, you fucking know nothing, young Jon Snow fucking bullshit. So I get it, but I would think that I would want to sell a fucking nice chunk right off the bat. Give, because this is scary. Like, when he puts out the rest, is he going to put out the rest?
How many did you print?
I'm curious what he plans to do, because it's 1,800 left. I'm curious if there's like
how he printed 2,000 of these.
There's 1,000 of each version is what DC.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So he has 1,000 of each, and he released.
So who did the drop?
Heavy Mental is the name of the retailer.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I don't know.
I
But
mean,
that sounds like a lot of books to be sitting on.
He's
I
been
don't
part
think
of.
he's going to be
been
sitting on them.
You know, well,
true, but I don't know, man.
he did the. He was He was partners, I believe, on the couple of the other Quintana books.
Yeah.
So he's put out other Quintana books. He put out he was one of the guys that
he also released he's released other ones with like Image. He did the Phantom of the Opera. Like he's done a bunch of stuff with Quintana.
Yes.
Well, he did the Wonder Woman and Batman one.
Yeah.
Was it 16?
And his first one, the solo of him on the motorcycle. He's done he's done a bunch of stuff with Dan.
The only thing I can say is, like, was this deal done well before MegaCon, like of the print of 1,000 and 1,000?
Well, that's DC's mandatory minimum on
right. But was
stuff,
this
right?
deal like done like months ago? Right.
Yes.
So
it
like
had to have been.
This guy is fucking scalding hot. You don't know what the threshold for what people are willing to pay. I mean, the hype is like, the only thing I can compare it to is like Mark Spears type of hype. And I don't know, it could be just like, what do? Do you blow them all out and then, you know, kind of cheapen the Quintana brand? Or, you know, shouldn't it be his right to sit on the books if he doesn't want to sell them?
All right, let's
but I think the market was sustainable to, like, we've seen 1,000 print runs of Quintana stuff sell and then sell on the secondary market for $600, $700, $800. Like, the market's still there, whether or not he blows out, you know, 800
so
of
the
that
drama
1,000
that they
press.
cut it off.
Well, I mean, and that's the other thing I was going to say is, like, I don't know if the bubble bursts from this, because if you look, they're still selling for double what people are getting
on eBay.
They're still going for. It's not that people are buying them and then can't flip them. If people were buying them for $6 and then they were reselling for $4, that's what I think burst the bubble. It is interesting that people were getting it and they're still able to double up. So it shows that there's still such a drive for the book. There still is a market for it, if you know, whether if you like it or hate it.
This is going to push away completionists, though, and I think that's when you start to see the issue. Is going to push away completionists?
That's what I'm worried about. Is it's gonna piss some of the people off who maybe not even completionists, like some fans may be like, oh man, or people who are kind of new to the comics. This pushes them away. If there's the negativity right off the bat was crazy, bro. Like I there's something where there's smoke, there's fire, and that negativity was just like, holy cow, it was mind blowing.
There's countless posts on Facebook and Instagram.
Look at this.
And none of them are all too positive.
This guy says, great partnership with Heavy Mental, drop barely anything on their site. The Whatnot drop was a joke, 150, 70 each, and they make a huge mistake saying it's on your site too. Maybe use someone else next time. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, bro. Holy shit. So, I
am very curious to see what the plan is with the rest of those copies. Like, how does he plan to roll those? Because, like, James, how would you sell those? You know what I mean? Like, we both sell on live stream. Like, is the best course of action at that point just try and auction as many as you can per week, or I don't know how often it streams.
Listen, there's ways that this can be done, right? Not with this many books. I don't know how he does it with this many books. Right. If I had 100 left over and all my fulfillment had been, fulfilled, all my customers were taken care of, I would maybe squeak some out over the next 10 live sales. I might drop 10 throughout just to get people in the room. But what do you do? Because at the end of the day, and you and I had a great conversation about this at MegaCon. Me and you are, I think, kindred spirits in this. Makes us good retailers. Your one job as a retailer, like, if you can do this one thing well, you will have customers forever. It's do not give your customers a reason to have buyer's remorse. And I don't see how he can do that now, and maybe there is a way. Maybe he just, tomorrow he's like, hey, by the way, I'm going to drop the rest of the copies on the website at this time. And as a show of good faith, he does that. And maybe that is how he does it. But, like, I just don't know.
But then
like,
how do you got it in auction is is in a tough spot.
Exactly. So now everybody that paid at auction and paid these numbers, now they're going to be upset. So what do you do?
It's a pickle. It's a pickle.
It is a pickle. It's a huge pickle.
Well, yeah, because if the collector these days are looking for scarcity, right? So like when you say a book has a 2,000 print run or 1,000 print run, like nowadays that seems like a lot, whereas 10 years ago that seems limited. Like people are looking for out of 100, out of 300, out of 500, but like, do you really want to throw away Quintana books to make that print run less? Do you even want to get into that? The cool thing about the whole thing is his fucking signature. The man signs like his book is expensive.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of
greatest
sigs out there,
we've
man.
ever seen in comics.
So can I?
Signature.
Here's something that I think is interesting that, and I want to just I'm just spitballing here. The session was good. RSO has kicked in. I had a great birthday meal with my parents and my brother. My brother's birthday today. Happy birthday, bro. It's been a good day, dude. So I am just spitballing here. And I see this comment that said he's not dropping the rest for retail because it would be unfair to auction buyers. He only dropped 150 copies. Okay. Unfair to auction buyers. First thing I'm going to think in my head is, dude, this guy's trying to set up a fucking market for these books that are to make them more. He's pumping, right? That's the first thing as me just being in the comic industry and retailers right now, that it's crazy out there. And everything is going for a lot of money right now. Quintana's hot. In my opinion, you want to do really well on this, just put them all for sale at $80 a pop. You know what I mean? Put them all for sale. Keep 10%, 20% for autographs. But now he's got 1,800, or is it 1,800 left or something like that?
He auctioned about 50, so he probably has about 1,750 left.
So he has about 1,750 left.
Let's say damages, and also Dan gets a chunk when you work with him. So let's say 1,500.
The only thing he could do to save face right now, and this is just me thinking, is either put the rest of them up on your website for the same price, or do another whatnot sale at the same price, or get every single one of them signed and saying that's what you were doing with them. Other than that, you're gonna fuck yourself right now, no matter what, unless you put them up for the same price. If you start selling them for more on eBay, you are gonna get a stench applied to you. Where it smells like fucking farts, there's people that are fucking smelling their own farts. You know what I mean? So, right? That's what it feels like at this point. I don't know Heavy Mental at all. I don't know if I've never met him. He seems like a good dude. I believe I talked to him a couple of times through Instagram when the first drops they had. I was congratulating him. So I'm it's not anything against Heavy Metal, but that's just my honest first take on this. And my mind can be changed. Change my mind. I'm always like that. But dude, there's a lot of fucking negative comments about this. I mean, just the chat is full of negative.
Hey, bro,
comments.
you know how the comic community is. They don't fuck around, dude. They'll call it like they see it, and that's one thing I love about this hobby. Nobody's afraid to be as blunt as possible, right? Yeah. I mean, they'll call out a writer or an artist right to their face, but you got to know that's a lot of books to sit on. You can't do that, and you got to protect the Quintana brand.
You got to protect the Quintana brand. Yes.
Not only yours, but you have an obligation to the creator, the artist, of protecting it's all about optics, man. And if one or two people are negative, that's one thing. But when you've got a shitload, I'm reading all this stuff here, when you got a shitload of people just angry, that's a big deal, man. Because that can perpetuate to the next drop, and you want the creator to make as much money as they can, right? Within reason, no fake hype or anything like that. The consumer wants something limited, something exclusive to them. Like that, the Quintana signature is phenomenal on that book. Like, but it would be so nice if it was just like 1,000 books less, just so that it would maintain its value. But like 2,000, like, I don't know, man. It just gets like, and I don't know the guy he was selling with. I don't know anything about, but like, the only thing I can think of is like his hype is just it just mushroomed his stock, and like this deal was done months ago, so he's got 2,000 books. Like, man, I would have called somebody. Hey, man, what the fuck do I do, man? Do I burn half of these? What do I do?
Well, he could have sold. Think, like, do the math on this. Like, he could have sold every book tonight. They would all sold at the price he had them at. Everybody would have been happy paying that price. They would have all been happy, and he still would have made $150,000+, and that's not counting if he set aside 50 to have Dan sign them and auction them.
Even at 2,000,
okay,
more than 50.
Like he would have made half of a house. You know what I mean?
Okay. Now,
and everybody would have been fine with it. Everyone would have been happy.
Can I ask a question? And I'm gonna direct it specifically at Davis because he's done this type of big artists and big drops. If you had 1,000 of those books, how would you handle that? Because I have seen you handle it where you've dropped like 150 then 300 all at retail. Your
Are you saying if I had 1,000 from the beginning?
Of that, like, how would you handle it? Would you just do it like you've done in the past with Spears books and other big artists that you've worked with? Or would you kind of like figure out, okay, I'm going to do a drop at my asking price for like the first 300 and then I'm going to auction some, how would you do this?
We had the Quintana Poison Ivy at MegaCon.
Okay.
And so we kind of had this, like, we had that book since, I want to say November or something. We knew we had that book way before it released. And then when the original art sold for $100K, I was like, oh fuck, this book's gonna be crazy. Like, we knew way beforehand. So we then started figuring out a plan of like how, what do we do from there? We dropped I think I saved like 60 of my copies or 75 of my copies, somewhere in that ballpark. We were streaming with Dan later that weekend and all that. So I saved, just like we said, for signings and CGCs and stuff like that. And then I personally just, I just put in the rest of the copies all in one drop, and we dropped them for 35. So that's how we did it. And I'm not going to talk about how anybody else sells books or anything like that. I can only speak to how we did the drop, and that was the plan that me and Tom came up with, because Tom also had half of those, and he did the exact same thing. So we each did one drop of all but a handful for signatures.
Right. And see, I think that's the norm. I don't think anybody that's the way to do it. Exactly. Glue Lover says Tom and Davis did it right. Like, you have to. Here's the thing. I just want to come across and talk about something. Just be as plain. I'm just gonna say it. You have to leave a little bit of fucking meat on the bone, and you have to treat your fan base right, because they'll fucking sniff it out, and they won't deal with it, man. If you got a good fan base and you're a retailer or an artist, cherish that shit. And leave a little meat on the bone, especially if you're hot in the secondary market, man, because you're creating that fan base. Even if you're, now I'm not just saying artists or creators, I'm saying retailers too. Like, in this world, you're creating a group of people that if you treat them right as a retailer, they'll buy with you as long as you're a retailer. You know what I mean? And that's
the biggest piece of advice I've given. This isn't even talking towards this. It's just in general. The first piece of advice for anyone who's like, I'm about to start selling or blah, blah, blah. The first thing I always say is respect your buyer's time and money. Give them a product that is worth their money, and respect their time and money that they're putting towards your product. Because I think that's how you create returning customers. Even like, I feel like even when you do that, sometimes you drop a book that, maybe isn't the strongest title or whatever, but they'll still support at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like, if you create a buyer base, you create a community. Like, that's the best thing you can do for your brand. Like,
because I've seen, regardless of how many these huge exclusives you've dropped and as big as the artists and how hot they've been, you do the same thing and everybody comes back to you again and again because they know you're very fair the way you do it. Same thing with James too. James has had some incredible artists, incredible books, and he throws them on his website. He'll put like 500 on there. He'll do a live sale later on, so it's like everybody has a shot to get a piece of the pie here. and maybe, you know, and I know Heavy Mental, and I'm going to tell you, he's a super nice guy. I don't know anything about this. Like, I don't know what he plans on doing. I've been dealing with him for a long time. I've been buying a lot of his books, and I've been somewhat of a returning customer on his, on his whatnot. So, I mean, it'd be interesting. I'm sure I can chat with him later and find out, but I'm not looking to, you know,
If he, did he say this?
Yeah, you don't want to take shots at him. I mean, that's
Right,
to make it
yeah.
very clear. That's what I'm saying. I did not.
He
the
is
thing
a
I
good
just
guy. I
said-
can tell you
the
that.
thing I just said was not
yeah.
towards Heavy Mental, and I haven't talked to
Yeah.
him very much either. Seems like a good dude from the bit that I have
Yeah.
talked about him. He always seems solid. I think this can be chalked up as maybe just like a, you know, everyone slips up sometimes. I'm sure
Right.
it'll work itself out, but it's definitely a pickle for sure.
How long was the show?
It was 3 hours, I think.
3 hours. Did he sell? So
Yeah,
he auctioned off a bunch and was Dan there?
Yeah,
I didn't
Dan
watch the
worked
whole
his
3
ass off,
hours.
too. When Dan's there, he
I want to make sure
you gotta-
that's very. I want to say this, like, if you're a Dan Quintana fan, don't let
Right.
this affect your
Right.
respect for Dan. You know what I mean? Like,
Dan is the best.
yeah.
I think the reason why it stretched that long because Dan is actually signing live, and his signature does not
Takes a
take.
while.
It takes a while. It's not,
Yeah.
and he was doing a lot of extra stuff too. He was doing
Paint.
like some remarks, and he's doing like the, you know, adding some art to it and really doing extravagant stuff. He wants to make sure that people are getting really nice stuff because they're paying a lot of money. So it does take a long time for him to get through each book. So
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
I mean,
if
even when
he's
he's not doing, go ahead.
if he said this though, because a lot of people are saying that Heavy Mental said specifically no more drops. The rest are going to be up for auction.
right.
Which he's not wrong for. As soon as you start auctioning, you should never drop. So like, I think the amount that was dropped was maybe an oversight before getting to that point. But I do agree with the point of as soon as you start auctioning them, they should
Right.
always be for auction if that's your plan. You know what I mean? Like you should always
Right.
make sure that's the case. That you're not selling.
So
them
do you
for
think
less
he
than
should
you
just
thought they
put
were
all 1,500 up for, or like a big chunk up for auction at
All
once?
right, just to play like.
Or should he,
Put
if he
myself in
slow
that
rolls
head,
them,
if I genuinely was in that position, I would have a show where I was like, all right, I'm going to 5-second sudden death for hours, copies of them over and over again. So they are auctioned. That's the only thing you can do.
It's the only
right?
thing
Like,
you
I'm
can
very,
do.
very-
yeah.
Or burn it, or burn 'em.
Because if you drop the price, you're going to piss
Or
off
cut
the
it down.
people that paid what they paid for them. If you sell them for if you just slow roll them, you know what I mean? People are going to be, they're going to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Like his
people
fans.
go, I'll just move on to another Quintana and won't even, you know.
And that's the other. That brings up another good point. Is like
That's
this
what I
is
did.
this is an amazing book now, but is it an amazing book a month from now?
Right.
You know,
I
after the
think-
next Dan drop, is
Well,
it? I think
it'll
it'll
be-
still
I will
hold
say
value.
our
Don't get me
Quintana
wrong.
drop-
It'll be amazing as long as Absolute Batman is smoking hot the way
Yeah.
it is.
Well, I guess what I'm
if
getting
the
at
book
is
dies
like,
out, of course the book is going to kind of level out. You know,
I guess what I'm getting at is depending on how long it takes him to get through the remainder of these
Right.
books, when he gets to the last couple hundred, is anybody going to care?
Right.
I think so.
You know,
Well,
I mean,
wanna-
there are guys still spending huge amounts of money on that Wonder Woman Batman cover that he did. I think
That's
he
true.
dropped one of those this evening, but of course he did it smart. He's doing it while Quintana's there. I mean, so he's got the people already built in, ready to rock and roll with money. But I think is like, again, as long as Absolute Batman is red hot and it's the #1 book that DC is putting out, and it's probably the #1 book out of all books right now, why not, keep profiting from it? But again, I don't agree with pissing off your fan base, though. I think you should have maybe put more out on the website. Maybe put the like Davis and Comic Tom do, where you put maybe a few hundred on a drop and let everybody kind of like at least say, wow, you know, they put 300 up. I had a chance and I didn't get it. And now you do the auction, and now you say, look, to be fair to everybody, I gotta have at least price it at a premium because guys paid $800-900. I'm not saying put them all at $809, but you know, and who's to say that he's going to do this all in one shot again somewhere? You know, he might have several, you know, shows where, you know, he puts them out a little at a time. Because obviously he still has some of the Batman Wonder Woman covers, because I've seen them go up once in a while, you know, over the past few weeks. So
I always thought that you should drop, if you were going to, you know, make a big deal about a drop.
Yeah.
It should be enough to take care of the artist, pay the fees and all of that, so that you're made whole, and then you move the books on to another, whether it's you're going to auction it or do buy it nows. But to only drop 150 out of like 2,000 books, that's wild, man.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That might have been, I mean, that might have been what made him whole, but you know what I mean? Like that.
Right. Hey, we're there. I'm not selling anymore.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that was his mentality on it.
I mean, dude, look at some of these prices.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's crazy, man. I mean, good for him. I mean, like, he's on fire right now. You know, like what can you say?
And he's probably going to work with him again on future books, because why wouldn't Dan agree to work with him again if he's going to sit there and do a live signing and get nearly 1,000 for every single book?
I'll tell you why. Because if I'm any artist right now, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't want people talking this way about, you know, especially my fans. You know what I mean?
As the artist, do you have control of some of the decisions?
We did the drops.
Hey, look, I need you to drop more than that, man.
All right, here we go.
My fans happy, you know.
Listen to this.
Options, if you guys want these.
I said you were with your lover.
Yeah, that's it for the drops. That's it for the drops, you guys. No more drops. We did the drops. The last thing we would do, once we run them in auction, like we're not going to do any drops after that, because it just wouldn't be fair that whatever price it goes for, that we go turn around and do drops. So that wouldn't be right. So in the auctions,
I mean, that's not
we're running
wrong.
them through auctions. If you guys want the,
I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think, and I'm not saying like, I don't want to push any, you know, like negativity towards him, but I'm just saying like, I think that, it's something to watch for them. It is. That's why I'm saying I don't need to. It's already there.
I was gonna say it's there already.
Yeah.
So.
The interesting thing to me though is that you're playing with a market right now that is so. It's great and everybody loves it, but it could you do stuff like this and you make, you know, the buyers who are into this type of collecting, you piss them off. You could definitely hurt Dan's fan base doing this. Like Red Hood said, you know, you can definitely hurt his fan base.
It was happening.
Dan's a good dude. And he's a super
I
talent.
know. It was happening in the live stream though. That's the thing that's crazy. Like once he decided no more drops or no more this, right away a lot of crazy comments were coming up that what a scam and thanks for inviting me to this BS. And there were a lot of comments like right away while the show was still like while he was still there. And so I was kind of shocked to see that, but not shocked. I mean, it doesn't surprise me because no matter how well you do something, there's always going to be somebody saying that's bullshit. I missed it. I mean, like, again, I've been in big drops with Davis and Comic Tom and other guys, and the guys that miss are always going to be upset. There is no way you can do it without making somebody pissed off.
Every comment is fucking negative, dude. How many comments are there?
Yeah.
I mean, every fucking comment is negative, dude.
That's pretty scary, dude.
If you did you see any negative comments when he said no more drops? Did it show already? People already starting to go nuts in the live chat?
In the video?
Yeah, because in the video, because you could still see some of the live chat, no? Yeah.
Yeah, go back to that video, Brian. See if you can see people chirping on there, man.
Yeah, because I like once I saw that, I was like, oops.
Who did you say? It sounded like it got chirpy in there because it sounded like whoever that girl it was at the beginning, she was like dealing with somebody chirping them. You know what I mean? Like for all you hockey fans, like that's fucking taking some shots. You know, like what the fuck you guys
they were
doing?
taking some really nasty shots like right away, and I was just like, man, that's fucked up. Because again, I know the seller, and he's really not a bad dude. Maybe he's making a mistake. I don't know. You know, but.
I think it's an oversight on a book that is like we didn't even know what the book was. We knew the book was gonna be big, but it's like different when you're in that position. So I think it's like is tough because you make a small oversight and it becomes a way bigger thing just because of how big the book is, and then you're like trying to figure out how to move from there.
Well, I'll tell you what,
man. Like I said, I got to give them benefit of the doubt because it's stressful when you have that many people in a live and everything. But yeah,
I'm going to give the guy the benefit of the doubt until we hear more about it. But I'll tell you what, again, just out of my fucking immediate thought process is like, I at this moment in time, you do an Absolute Batman Quintana book right now, it's $100 book all day, every day, retailer wise. You could sell it for $100 at retail all day, every day, and fucking sell out of that fucker at 1,200, fucking copies, and take the rest and get them signed and CGC'd and do whatever with them. But I think that's no matter what. Do I think that you should sell it for that? No, I think you should probably sell it for, let's say, $65 max. You know what I mean? Like maybe 65 for the set, maybe 75 for the set. Let there be a secondary market that naturally happens. If you make if you're selling a book for, say $50 a pop, and you sell out at 2,000 copies of that, that's a decent amount of money right there.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of fucking money. And you're creating a fan base. You're creating people that are going, okay, I like this guy. If you continue to put out, like if you have a good eye for art, or you have your pulse, your finger on the pulse, you can continue to put out cool shit. You'll create a fan base of people that will buy that. But I think you can't do that with every variant. I think there's only a few artists right now that are hot enough that you can do that with, Dan being one of them. And that you can't do that with every book.
I think he. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was going to say, do you think he had a preconceived idea of how many books he was going to cut it off at, or that the amount of volume?
That's what I think happened, is that he didn't really fully know, and then in the moment made a decision, a game time decision, because when you have 1,500 people in your chat, your mind kind of goes crazy. And then it was you can't undo it at that point, and then you're just like, where do I go from here? I think that's probably what happened. Was he was just like, I'll just drop 150. I'll figure out what to do with the rest later. I know it's too much going on right now to think about it, and then it just got to where it is. Yeah.
I mean, if he didn't expect those to go for $800-900, and he kind of painted himself in a corner in a sense, because he did a regular drop on the website. And then once he did these live auctions with the sales, again, how do you just say, okay, go to my website, I'm going to drop another, 300. Like now you're fucking a different part of your fan base, which are the ones that were willing to spend that money. So it's like now he's in a bad situation, because maybe he didn't think that was going to happen. Maybe he figured, all right, these might get $300-400, and then I can do put them elsewhere to buy, for that kind of a price. But who the hell is going to buy those? I mean, the average collector, who's going to pay $800-900 for that?
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to have the guys who are super diehard, Quintana fans that are going to find a way to get that money up to get a copy, because we've already seen it. Like, there's no one had a trouble coming up with $600-700 for the Wonder Woman and Batman cover. So I mean, but like you said, there's a whole lot now. There's like, if there is that number, 1,200 or 1,500 of them left, that's a long stretch, and I don't know.
It's very interesting. We're gonna definitely keep an eye on that, because man, the market is crazy right now. I mean, it is really interesting, and we all want this to continue. What's good for everybody, you know what I mean, type attitude, but you have to be careful, because you don't want to push people away. You want to bring them in and make them feel like part of a community, and good product is always a key, but you want to bring people in. You don't want to push them away.
You need this in the hobby. You need these outliers of like these artist phenoms coming in and just lighting it up, because it's healthy for the entire hobby, right?
Yeah.
It's people talking about it, gets people excited. But you don't need this going that sideways that fast. Like, I mean, we've been doing this how long, Brian? And the optics of like every single thing, everybody's like, okay, what's the print count? We've been fighting and fighting for people to fucking stamp their books, and so that we know exactly how many fucking books are out there. Like this
You know
is
what?
not new. This is not new what we're talking about. And no, but it shouldn't be like, well, I didn't know. Yeah, well, you got to. You got because this is what people and all I can say is you don't want to hurt the Quintana brand. You don't want to hurt your brand. That's all I can say. You
I'm
know?
just laughing at some of the comments. I'm sorry.
If
Shout
I
out to fucking.
I heard eggplant said I'm going to make a limit, sell only 10 copies and keep the rest.
Shout out to our
if
boy
I
Derek.
had hypothetically, if I had a Quintana 20, I don't. I'm just putting that out there. I don't. If I did, after seeing this and the way my head works, I would immediately be going, listen, I'm going to give the book away for free to the next however 1,000 people that go spend $100 on my website.
Okay.
And I would clear out all of my fucking back.
That's an interesting thing.
All
Because then
of
you're
my
not
back.
selling it. You just you move it as free giveaways to make money at other places.
I like your thinking, dude.
Imagine
That's
the
an
website
interesting.
traffic. Imagine the exposure to the cool shit you've done previously that people would have.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, yeah, he's made some cool books. So having those other books sell, yeah, that's interesting.
I'm gonna tell you right now. The next, I think he said, what's his next show? San Diego Comic Con.
Dan.
Yeah,
All right.
Dan.
Yeah, he said. I think he said it before he logged off on the thing. He's not a bad dude. He's gonna have that book, those copies. He's gonna have it signed and unsigned at his table, and he doesn't go retarded. You know, he charges $15 for a signature. I mean, listen, you're not. It's gonna be insane how many people are waiting, but you will have an opportunity to get that book. And I'm gonna take a wild guess here because I've went to his table at MegaCon. He was selling smoking hot books, and I bought a couple, and I think he saw some of the other books there. He was selling them for $85. All right, the same books that were going smoking hot, and he was only charging an additional 15 with a signature. So you're gonna have a chance again to get these. So anybody going to San Diego and you know where he's set up, you know, get on that line and try to be the first. Try to be the first 50 because his line gets cut off short again because it takes him a long time to sign one book.
People are saying something in the chat. I don't know if this is true. I'm pretty stoned. Breaking news: he has everyone waiting in his exclusive page, so he sold a bunch of back stock and then dropped them only on the cover page. I don't know what that is. Maybe he's just saying that's
Like
what he
the
should
main
do.
page, I guess.
Yeah. I'm on the main page. Everything says sold out.
Oh, so okay. So he has an exclusives tab on his thing.
Heavy mental exclusives.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's where he did the initial drop on the books.
Oh, I
like
see
where
what
you
you
can
mean.
you can get a set or you can get them individually. And most of those books that are all Quintana books,
You have to sort by newest under the.
yeah, but Quintana had them on his table on a rack, and you could have bought all of those, the ones that he has, his copies, there. So again, Quintana is not fooling around with people. He's putting them up for a really good price and signing them. I don't know what his price is going to be at San Diego to sign, but at MegaCon it was $15. So, you know, if you're going to San Diego,
Definitely go to Dan's table.
Absolutely.
Definitely go to Dan's table.
Might be worth.
Well, here's the other thing, man, real quick, because we did see something pretty crazy happen on the other end with the creator and Todd McFarlane and his whatnot sale. This was fucking nuts, you guys. First of all, congrats to whoever got that badass Venom sketch, because I know you spent 10 grand on that thing, but still, like, Todd does not do sketches or remarks ever. You know what I mean? So congrats on that. But he was selling like signed Spawn books that aren't that interesting or hardly worth anything in themselves for a grip of money. And it just goes to show you that you create the hype. You got the guy in person. Todd's funny. He's charismatic. He can sell the shit out of his own signature. But we showed on a Spawn #1 newsstand raw signed Todd McFarlane sold for $100 on eBay the other day on Wednesday night. So
a 9.6, right?
It was raw, but and
I
I
was
didn't.
raw. Okay.
Yeah. But so it was very interesting. But if you got Todd himself signing books or have books of signs, and you can see the prices on these, you know, $510, fucking $501, $440. 540.
The creators doing a live show I mean, automatically are going to get huge amounts of money. I mean, Mark, we've seen it with Mark's, we've seen it with Todd. Obviously, you've seen it with Dan now. And then we've seen it also. I mean, I think James had Suspiria at MegaCon. People really get hyped up dealing directly, seeing them sign live. Also, the interaction. When you're dealing with
You feel it's an event. It's an event.
Yeah, when you're dealing with
exactly.
fantastic personalities like Suspiria and Dan, because Dan was excellent. I was watching the show. He was really engaging with people. And like I said, he had fun with everybody. He turned around, he's eating chocolate, and then he's turned around and said, hey, why don't we sell this banner behind me? And he said, it's the only one. I'm not making another one. And he said, and I'll gladly sign it when it's over. And so he's having fun. He's trying to basically, show people that he's just, wants to have fun with everyone.
Yeah.
Whether or now the person that's dealing with him is ruining that, I don't know,
Yeah. Like when we did the Suspiria thing, I had the 3-packs that already came with the signed book.
Right.
Nobody wanted to buy them.
Right.
And so I opened the packs and was just handing books to her to sign. And the ones she was signing were selling for as much as the packs of 3 books were selling for, with one already signed, because people wanted to see it be signed. They wanted to be,
you're getting it directly from the creator. It feels like, and also if you watch it, I think that like one thing that a lot of people might not get about like the live selling side of things, especially when it comes to like a signed book, is it feels like that book was signed for you. If that book is signed and then sold, you are the only person who's ever, but if you're buying one off eBay, it could be a fake, it could come in damaged, you can't see how it looks, but also how many people have owned that signed book. So it's like, adults spending adult money, if you want to spend a little bit more to know that book was signed and now it is only your book, there's value to that. That's hard. You can't really quantify it for sure.
Absolutely.
No, there is, for sure.
And Liefeld has done it too. If you watch Liefeld's Whatnot sales, people will pay insane amounts of money to watch him do a chisel signature. He does a lot of extra stuff when he sees the auction is going for an insane amount of money. So that's it. I mean, obviously when the creator is doing their own sales, they're commanding so much more money. And then if you try to do your own live sale right after him without him there, it's going to be obviously a drop, because people are going to be like, okay, it's
bro,
not
look
him
at that
signing
sketch, bro. That's a fucking legend, bro.
I should sell mine.
God, man.
Oh, for 10
I have that.
That's
and you know what's funny? He doesn't. I'm going to tell you what's even more interesting about that sketch he did. He doesn't. You got to remember, he drew Venom without the tongue. That wasn't his thing. That was Eric Larson who created that look
and the teeth.
And
like
so
that.
Todd,
like
and Todd never wanted to do
right back.
anything extra with the tongue. So the fact that he even included that in a sketch, because I have that same sketch from McFarlane, but from 2014. And he drew that same profile Venom without the tongue though. Yeah, without the tongue though. And so I'm like, it's something in itself more interesting, because he's actually broke down and appealed to the fans with doing something they wanted to see finally,
Yeah.
So, and that's only an 8x, that's the size of a comic backboard, that photo. That's not like a full like 11 by 17.
Cool that it's
looks
got like the blue line,
Yeah.
But see, it's cool too because he put on there Whatnot #1 show. So again, the event thing, where you got it. There's a story to it. Like,
Hey, cool. Can I ask you guys something? Because, James and Dave, you guys work with a lot of creators.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a badass artist, how in the hell can there some signatures be awful? Like, can't you art your way into a good fucking signature? Right?
I'll say this.
Like, how do you do
you
that?
take this one, James. You take this
because
one.
it almost seems like it's done on fucking purpose, dude. Like, you're an artist. Can't you art your way into a nice signature?
So you want to hear something
no
funny?
Fucking sense to me, man.
Here's some behind the scenes funny for you. A lot of artists have really good signatures, didn't design their own signatures. This happens at conventions. Newer artists will have other artists help design their signatures because they're so used to signing their name one way that mentally they can't handle signing it any other way. But if somebody else designs it for them, they see it as a piece of art and they can replicate the art. It's the weirdest fucking thing. You've got artists that have been doing it long enough that they're able to do it themselves. But a lot of artists, their signature that you see, they didn't actually come up with it. Somebody else helped them come up with it. It's a weird thing, but it mentally, try and sign your name a different way than you've been signing it your whole life.
Hey man,
you will
if I'm getting paid the way these guys are getting paid,
yeah,
I'll fucking sign. I'll be
but
able
you
to
see
sign it. I
some,
can-
you see some of these guys that they have to take their time to sign their name, and it's because it's a mental struggle for them to sign it a different way.
Wow.
It's a weird thing, man. But yeah, I don't know. Some of these guys, it is interesting because you get some of the most beautiful art, and then you're like,
hey, dude, you're fucking
like, what
ruining
is
it.
this?
Don't
You
sign your
know?
name, dude. Like, I'm serious. That's the thing. Like, people will not have artists sign their that book because their signature is that bad. And I'm not going to call them out, but like, I've
There's a
heard
few.
about
We
it.
know them. We know them.
And that's pretty sad that they have a mental issue where I go get fucking help, right? Go get hypnotized so you can do a good signature. This is awful. And then, then they're sitting like, like they're like doing us a favor. You're ruining the book.
Yeah, there's some people that or some artists that I feel like people won't even get books signed by anymore because of
Exactly.
signatures.
They avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put a thumbprint. I'll get, that's what I'm saying. Put a thumbprint and then offer it as DNA, right? Just put a thumbprint if you can't fucking sign your name.
Hey Brian, I send you a pic, whether you want to show it or not, of one of the things McFarlane did for me, because he did a piece for me on an 8x10 paper, and he also signed a statue base for me. So if you want to show him what I was talking about, because yeah. So he did that on the side of a Venom statue base for me in 2014, and you notice he won't put, back then he wasn't putting any tongue coming out of the mouth.
Hey, don't say that too loud, bro.
Well, yeah.
No tongue.
No tongue.
No tongue.
Yeah, and then the other side of that statue, he signs it, and full signature, really nice. Which is a different picture I sent you. But
well, speaking of, somebody brought up Rob Liefeld in this conversation too, and our good dude, fucking Rob Liefeld, dude. Here's the thing, there is some venom out there for Rob Liefeld this week, in Twitter comments and Facebook and threads, but Rob is at that stage in his life where he don't give a fuck, dude. Like, he's even said a couple of times, like, when certain guys retire in the industry and I can't affect their pocketbook by saying some of the things that I know or that I want to say, but when those guys retire, you'll see a book from Rob Liefeld. You know what I mean? And he said that. And I'll give him respect for that. But here's the thing. There's some major venom for him. And I don't see that, dude. I see Rob Liefeld. I listen to his podcast. I watch him on his Whatnot sales. I fucking love, like, kind of how surly he is, how old school
Rob.
he is. He's like, he knows his fucking worth, man. He knows what he's brought to this medium. And it's a big, he's the big dog in the fucking yard, and he knows it. But when he gets pissed and you fucking call him out, he's gonna throw right back. So he's in the news this week for a couple of things. One, somebody was talking about how they think Brian Michael Bendis' Ultimate Spider-Man run is up there with Ditko and Stan Lee. And so Rob Liefeld responds, like, ha ha ha, Bendis directly takes from Lee and Ditko classics and puts them in a modern setting. The credit is due to Lee and Ditko, not the fresh coat of paint brushed over them. Jesus, what a terrible take. Fucking love it, bro. Fucking love it. You know what I mean?
Which is funny because the guy just tried to share how much, he's just trying to say how good another run is, and then he just gets cooked for it, which is hilarious.
Yeah. Well, he also got a lot of flack for saying that comment, and so then in another post later he said he was just having fun talking with the community about that guy's comment. So he said, don't take it like I'm hating on him or I'm trying to start shit. He cleaned it up a little bit. So
well, he caught some return fire. This guy put out, tell me again about directly taking from classics and trying to put them in a modern setting, and then tell me what the hell that floating head is by Steve Stye, you weirdo. And then he cooked this guy by telling him what it was and how they went bankruptcy and still paid them what he was going to make, and he got to go take his storyline and do fucking Fighting American, and said, I sold more 1 million copies. So go, you know what I mean? Go fuck your mother, as Hood would say. Yeah. He's got the numbers to back up what he's talking about, dude. And
You know,
yeah,
one thing I've never, something that's always annoyed me too is like the joke around he can't draw feet. Because the dude can clearly draw feet. He has drawn feet more times than you've seen feet. Like that guy, how many feet has that guy drawn in his career? He can draw. Every artist avoids drawing feet for the most part on covers. You always try and obscure it with a rock or whatever. It's like the most common thing. I don't really know why Rob that's like been like tied to him, because like I'm like, how many times have I seen cover? He draws feet all the time. He avoids it because they're annoying, but the dude can draw.
That's why he did
out there that aren't
Deadpool.
perfect, but
That's why Deadpool has a mask. He was like, I didn't want to have to draw a face every time. Fucking genius. You know what I mean?
Suck, man. Drawing faces.
Yeah.
You guys want to have a good time.
Drawing feet sucks.
Wha-
Drawing hands sucks.
No.
It all sucks. So just get around it how you can. I've just never understood that.
Watch the video with him, Stan Lee, and Todd McFarlane, and they create a character, and they start drawing it out. It's about an hour, and it's pretty telling, And if this is Todd's swan song, if you will, like I hope he gets a podcast like Rob, just so that you could get a perspective that we don't see all the time, because
And
ever
Todd's
since
just
Rob
as
did
charismatic,
this
dude.
pod, yeah. Ever since, and when them two were together, they're hysterical.
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm glad they squashed that beef. I mean, there's still some scabs, but I'm glad that they're like talking again. And
Well, here's what's funny. So our boy Rob Liefeld came out and fucking swinging again. Look at this. Took on Michael Avon Emming, direct edition podcast, all at the same week. Yeah, bro.
He knows how to stay relevant. Nobody can ever
does.
take that from him. This man knows how to stay in the headlines. I love it.
So the direct edition podcast, let's see, is this linked to it? Yeah, here we go. Continue this Instagram. There we go. Come on, let's go. Let me in. Where did it go? Where did that fucker go? Let me
did
in.
they take it down?
All right, there we go. So this is, I guess, a podcast called The Direct Edition. I apologize. I'm not familiar with them, but they're probably badass. Says, I'm something of a 90s kid, and let me tell you, the Rob Liefeld I met at Javits Center back when I was a kid was way nicer to people than what I see now. It's a fucking shame. He could be like his image brethren and be cool, friendly, and respectful. But he chooses this weird bully, king of the mountain kind of attitude, which truthfully, like I see just a little bit of that. I don't see a ton of that. I only see that come out when you try to like fucking take a shot at him.
He knows it. It's a bit. He leans into it. That's all it is.
I truly don't get it. And as someone who spent a few hours recording with Sylvester Larson, Todd, I can tell you that's not the way they act. So Liefeld says, so maybe you will stop asking me to be on your show then?
What a funny clapback.
But then Michael Avon Emming got into the conversation, right?
Wow.
Yeah. And where is it? Hold on.
What did he say?
So he said, if you ever see a comics creator shit-talking another creator, it is because they are some level unhappy or insecure with the career or life, especially when they're already successful. There's no reason for it. Just be cool, enjoy what you've built, wish well for others. Liefeld replied and said, yes, so very insecure that I share my true opinions without remorse. This is categorically bullshit. By stating that Stan Lee and Steve Ditko deserve the praise for the genius of Spider-Man harms no one. Am I insecure every time I've praised Powers? I celebrate comic book achievements. Afraid to speak my mind? Unafraid to speak my mind? Also, I'm 100% not concerned with being liked, ever.
Respect.
Fucking A. I hope I can get there fucking in my fucking old age. Not to say he's old, but he is old.
I think he gets very defensive for the old G creators. And if you're not willing to give him flowers, and he feels like you're leveling up guys that haven't paid their dues as much as the other guys, like he's always going to be very bitter about that, like the Kirby's, the Stan Lees, and all that. He always has like the highest respect. And right. And the minute he feels like someone's giving newer creators, and I don't want to call Brian Michael Bendis a newer creator, but like definitely he. Let's just keep it real. He's like not the soul of what we come to know as
you know what it's like, Hood?
books,
It's kind of like the way I feel about fucking Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, Jim Lee, J. Scott Campbell. You know what I mean? Like that's how I feel. Don't talk shit about those guys. Those are my guys. You know what I mean? So anyways, he responded, "My life is spectacular. That won't prevent me from speaking the truth. Someone telling you that offering your opinion is a result of insecurity or unhappiness is being disingenuous on every level. What they are saying is that they are afraid to share their own opinions. It's a massive gaslighting that reveals their own inability to speak truth. Apply this same exact notion to sports or politics and you see how insane it is. So only insecure people share their opinions. Dumbest shit I've ever heard."
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I've always been one. I say what I mean and I mean what I say until you make me reconsider my thought. And that's why I love this show, because there's times where like I have been wrong and I said, you know what, you're right. And I'm okay with that. But I'm never just going to just spit venom and not consider an alternative take, you know. Convince me I'm wrong. And if you convince me I'm wrong, I'm going to tell you you're right. I'm going to stick my hand out and say, you know what, you're right.
Yeah, fucking A, bro. Fucking A. All right. So interesting things about cards. There's always interesting things about cards in the card world. The card world is fucking obviously crazy right now. There's been some absolutely bonkers sales of crazy stuff. And some weird things happening, like in said live selling platforms, you know, which there's a lot of money being made in those live selling platforms. So I get it, but still there's some weird shit happening. All right. One of the things that I want to talk about is, I've talked about this before. This type of shit pisses me off. Topps, Panini, don't do this. This is fucking boring. This is cheesy as fuck. They took a original signed card out of the Donruss private signings of Derek Thomas. 1999 Donruss private signings had a signed Derek Thomas card. Amazing card. Amazing card. Why? Two reasons. It's a beautiful card, beautiful Derek Thomas signature, and Derek Thomas died in a car accident way too young. Right. Could have been the greatest defensive player to ever play the game. I mean, that fucking good. And
he had 7 sacks in one fucking game, dude.
Stud, you know? Dude. Absolute stud. Yeah. Redefined. Such a short period of time. He's like Bo Jackson. Redefined the position. And Panini took this card and cut it. And put it in another card. Look how beautiful that card was before. Look how shitty it is now.
You know what they should have done with that card, the original card? They should have, and you said this before, they should have done an embossed like a heat stamp on it. And
the original card does have that.
And no, I'm saying, does? All right, well, they should have put something on there where they could have stamped like 1 of 1 or something on it and made it their own by just reissuing it.
Yes.
Without damaging the card.
Yes.
But cutting the signature doesn't, unless it's coming from a photo or something. But a really cool looking card like the original one is
beautiful card. That's so cheesy.
Dude, that is sacrilegious, bro.
It's fucked up.
It sold for $403 on March 2026. And the original in an 8. And then this one sold for $16.58. It's not even a real 1 of 1. Think about that. They issued it as a 1 of 1, but you can go buy the original still.
But it won't say 1 of 1.
Cards is fucked up, bro.
Don't bring this bullshit over to comics. Dude. Publishers, retailers, don't bring this bullshit over to comics. Please. I don't want this. Don't fuck around.
Didn't we say something before about if you can't get, what was it, the Deadpool movie trading cards, right? I remember we were saying, well, how come they didn't offer like a Chase 1 of 1 Liefeld signature? Then you said, well, maybe he didn't want to be involved with that or whatever. And I said, well, why not just buy a signature he signed already and make a one-of-one cut like this? And that was kind of a good idea, because if you got a guy who doesn't want to do it and you have a way you can, I don't, but would that be, does he have to have an opinion about that? Or can he weigh in and say, look,
Man,
I don't approve of them using my signature in their product?
I don't
Could
know.
that be it?
Do you want to wake up a sleeping giant, dude?
Yeah, right.
And play around with that?
Yeah, right.
I'm just, I don't know.
Bro. It's a weird world. I mean, we've been talking
Dude,
about this for a while.
That is
now.
utter bullshit, dude.
It is, dude. It is.
It is, yeah.
It's a weird world in the comic or the collectible world right now, bro. It's so weird that shit like this happens. Check this out, bro. You guys are gonna be blown away.
Uh-oh.
This is a
Dun, dun, dun.
TCG guy, right? A Pokemon and One Piece and all that bullshit. So we got 2 crazy card sales. Hartman, you're coming up, brother. So this is a TCG guy that is sets up at cons. So he does all kinds of cons. John, you know this type of guy. He probably sets up at all the cons you're at, and type of thing. Look, there's so much money in this, and people are breaking into shops left and right. Right? They're stealing. One guy had his house broken into recently for all the sports for $1 million in cards, and they took all his money. Check this shit out, bro.
Hey guys, I'm just getting ready to leave the expo, and we always check under our trucks and trailer, and it's a good thing we did. Somebody put a tracking device on us tonight.
Wow.
So somebody's trying to track our stuff, follow us home. You get the point. It's pretty crazy. Be safe out there. That goes for customers and vendor alone, any show you're at.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Isn't that nuts, man?
Wow.
Like that's
money, man.
Right?
Well, I guess if you don't have a tracking device when you're leaving the show, you didn't have good shit to sell.
No, you knew you had good shit to sell, right?
No, well, I'm saying like nobody wants your shit, right?
You don't deserve a tracking
device on my stuff.
You got a new tracking device too. Reboot that shit.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy cow, bro.
That's some fucking Jason Bourne shit, right?
Or some crazy ex-wife, bro.
Yeah, money is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
that's
Makes
crazy.
people do some weird shit, and there's a lot of money coming into the card world, you guys, in the collectible world. Period. There is so much money, and here's what I want. I want the money to be long. I want there's enough money out there for all of us. Let's figure out a way to make it long, right? We want to keep this thing fucking going, and there is some excitement out there. But I'm not saying we need to gatekeep, but we need to look out for the right collectors and fucking figure out a way to keep our fucking party clear of these douchebags. You know what I mean? We need to fucking get rid of them motherfuckers. Fuck, bro. This shit's crazy. Hartman, are you there? Show me signs of life, dude. Show me signs of life. Okay. So, we've been talking about this dude for quite a while on Comic Drama Alert. You guys know him as Boston Card Hunter. We've used quite a view of his stories. Let's see if we see any. There might be a recent one that we've talked about. But you guys also know that we've been talking about our boy Cartier West, a.k.a. Not Piggy Banks, dealing in this crazy world of custom cards, right? And Boston Card Hunter is I don't know, would you guys kind of call him a journalist? See, maybe a new world journalist in the world of collectibles. And kind of
Yeah.
I don't want to set this
I would
up.
say you're right. I
Yeah.
would say you're right about that.
Yeah. By the way, one of the greatest names in fucking YouTube history just dropped a $4.99 super chat. Shout out to Mrs. Horsecock Express.
All right, Horsecock is back. What's up,
Yes,
brother?
sir. Yes, sir. So, anyways, this dude has been, putting a lot of people on blast. He's kind of like the drama alert of the card world. Him and another dude, we usually use their content when they talk about shit. Well, he had caught a whiff of the piggy banks, not piggy banks, piggy spanks kind of interesting stuff going on. And all of a sudden, I get a call from our boy Hartman. And it gets deep. Ladies and gentlemen, not Piggy Banks joins the show. Good to see you, brother.
How high are you?
Good, dude. Good. It's been a while since we've had a Hartman blessing on the show on Modern Comic Mayhem.
Yes.
Yeah, rest in peace to our boy Kyle.
Yeah, that shit sucks. He's the reason why I got onto YouTube doing this shit. Whenever I do it, like I usually have like a nipple on the screen instead of my face, but figured why not?
Yeah, one of the biggest characters in the YouTube in our comic sphere. Longtime Flipside a community member. I remember you being on Flipside way back in the day. And you started doing these badass fucking custom cards for a while. You've been doing these, right?
Yep. I've been doing them for a while. I'm high, sorry. High as shit.
Hey, so am I, brother, dude. Don't worry, dude.
I'm sitting here trying to get the website added to I'm trying to load up all this shit because he deleted everything. He deleted all this his shit posts and he messaged me and he wanted to agree. He goes, if you take yours down, I'll take mine down.
Well, let's explain this to everybody. So let me give people an idea. So we've been talking about this for a couple weeks now, maybe a couple months. Hartman has been doing these Piggy Spanks cards where he kind of parodies a parody set. We all know the Piggy Banks cards. We've been following them for a while. They walk that fine line of IP infringement in the card world, kind of like Fame does in the comic world. And Hartman started parodying them in the look of his fake graded art pieces.
I want to clear up why I did this first. I started making them because I saw these $750 price points on eBay, and I said that's fucking bullshit. Nobody's buying these things for that. So I'm like, I'll just slab my shit and jack up the price from 30 to 100 and 120, and I'll see if it's real. So I'm like, I talked to Paul Lesko on Twitter.
Paul Lesko, the collectibles lawyer, by the way.
For my first card idea I did was the Pikachu card. Or no, the cease and desist. It was a Pikachu. I'm gonna Pikachu your ass. So I did the Pikachu card and I hit up Paul Lesko and I was like, maybe he might have some input and I could kind of say that I got I said we talked about who Pikachu would evolve from. And Paul Lesko said Pleachu. So Pleachu is the version for Pikachu, and it's basically Pikachu suing somebody. And I was talking to Paul, and I said, if anybody's gonna sue me, who's the one that's gonna sue me the least? And he said Piggy Banks. He basically said Piggy Banks would have to be crazy to go after me. He was like, there's to parody that artist, you'd be fine. So I parodied the shit out of him and I posted a peek at you card. Peeking through the blinds. I took it from the comic book community. You know how they had the blinds covers? And I'm like, that'd be funny as hell to have the Pikachu looking through and seeing a woman, you can see a woman's silhouette with her boobs out. So I did that the first one, and I made it a Piggy Spanks card, and I posted it online on Reddit oh my God, I just fucking hit my first Piggy Spanks card. Because that's the whole hype. The whole hype is built around Piggy Banks going, oh my god, I got a piggy banks card. I got a piggy banks
So
card.
you're
This is
doing
crazy.
these parody cards, and they sell well for you. I mean, they were doing well. I mean, I know a couple of the guys on the show bought a couple of cards you've done.
That was before I started slabbing them. Like, so I bought a machine to slab them, and I got a foil stamping machine to one of ones. And like, I mean, I've got 2 printers and stuff. I've spent money getting these to where they are now. And piggy banks was like, well, people are gonna get confused.
So
and that's
this whole thing goes down. Piggy bank starts threatening you. They start talking bad about you. There's this wave. Everybody knows about it. There's a lot of people.
Like, everybody's connected. All of them are connected. There's 47 different banks accounts, like .banks on the ends of their names. Like, it's like a cult. Like, and if you start talking bad about piggy banks, oh boy, you're in some trouble.
So how does the Boston Card Hunter guy reach out to you?
I reached out to him because
Okay.
he said if you guys know anything in the hobby, let me know. And so I'm like, oh, you're gonna fucking love this. Like, so I start sending him, like, so everybody's like, okay, so just backtrack a bit. The Boston Card Hunter, before that, the community divided. Like, why is piggy bank sending cease and desist letters? Like, the collectors were 50% against and 50% for, because these guys have tens of thousands of dollars. There's a guy I talked to that bought 60 piggy banks cards in the last 10 months, and he's paid over $700 each for them.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
So I'm like, these guys are seeing me, and it's like I'm basically shaking the shit out of this glass house that's been built. And there's a lot of people who are like, they don't like me. Like, I've been threatened to be doxxed and all that shit. Well, I got on eBay, started finding people were sending me unmasked names accounts that were bidding on piggy banks cards. Well, they were linked back to the owner of piggy banks. So then I started looking into the website code, and I stumbled upon it on GitHub. The code to build the website. Okay, the code to build the website had a machine, a program inside that when you put your shipping address, it took your shipping address and ran it through Property Evaluator. So it started they were tagging people on how rich they were when you signed up for piggy banks.
Wow.
And it was prioritizing, it code said prioritizing drops
So
for
you started
1.5 million.
Somebody want to say something? Did somebody say something? No. Oh, go ahead, Hood.
No, nothing.
Oh, so I want to know. So you've started finding this like you're getting all this heat from piggy banks. You start finding this crazy shit going down. You start reaching out to some of these journalists. You reach out to Boston Card Hunter.
Yeah.
What does he say?
He said it's too complicated. That's the gist of it. I'm giving him this information, and he's like, I don't understand what any of this is, because it's all code and shit. Like, it's code from their website that he doesn't understand. And I'm like, dude, throw it into AI. I've built notpiggybanks.com using AI. You can fucking research and see what code does using AI. And it will tell you. And he's like, I don't trust AI. But then he's using AI to make videos. It's like, just suck the AI dick, use it. It's like, quit bitching about it. It's like everybody's driving to work and you're like, oh, I'll walk. I don't trust the car.
I don't know, bro. Here's my thoughts,
I'm talking
dude.
about data. If you're looking at AI, if you're analyzing data using AI, that's what it's meant for, is analyzing patterns. AI was made to find patterns. Like,
so explain this. Explain this website. This website. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get
this
it.
Is what I've been doing. Like, go pick and
is,
choose, man.
Look at this shit. Like, you're saying, fuck it. Piggy banks is coming after me. I'm gonna throw this out there.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna throw it all. Like, because that's what I am. I'm like, you know that scene in Billy Madison when he's like, "No, I will not make out with you" in the class. Like, that is me. Like, I'm like, no, teacher, Yeah, like I said, me and Piggy Banks, this is Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty fighting at the end, and I'm Sherlock about to kick off into the fucking and fall and take him with
Look at
me.
this. I
Like,
mean, you went
I
deep,
have,
bro.
I have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I've got every song on that fucking site is a mixtape dedicated to Piggy Banks. All the lyrics match. Like, that site is packed with Easter eggs.
Okay, so
But
let's get back to the Boston Card Hunter guy. So the Boston Card Hunter guy initially says to you, "Hey, I'm down to look into this," and what happens?
He looks into it and then he's like, I'm like, you're gonna have to dumb it down for me. That's what he said. He said, you're gonna have to dumb it down to me like I'm a 5-year-old. That's why. So I built the website.
I get that.
I built that website to dumb it down for a 5-year-old. Like that website is dumbed. Like that website was like a ode to him. Like here's everything you need. Transcripts, like everything. I've got therapy data, all that shit. I like hand watched these shill bidding actions take place. I caught.
Oh, I bet you, dude. We've been talking about shill bidding in the card world for a long time. That's what isn't that what Probstein got in trouble with?
Yeah,
yeah.
I
all
watched
those guys.
somebody. I was watching an unmasked bidder, and then I was watching the masked bidder. Their feedback jumped from 34 to 35 the same time, within 15-minute time period, showing me that was like the chances of that happening are like lottery winning.
Real quick, this is from Mrs. Horsecock Express. He says, in fairness, they advertise that they'll buy back the cards as they don't want them flipping, regardless of why. That sounds a little bit like another retailer we know in the fucking comic world.
So,
that
okay, so
you know what I
they
mean? That's
will
kind
not
of fucking
buy-
shitty right there. You're
They
fucking with the
won't-
market.
They won't buy back auctions. They'll buy back if you pay from their website, but they will not buy back auction cards. They say that in the fine print.
Okay.
So they're them saying that they buy cards back. eBay, no, they don't. They say fuck flippers, all that shit. Well, I'm watching Brad Perlman bid in a closed loop auction with another guy whose brother is the first piggy banks collector. Like I know.
So do you think Boston Card Hunter spent any time looking at this?
Yeah, he told me. He sent me a screenshot of him looking at it. He said I had a date for interview set up for the 16th at 11 a.m. I asked him on the 1st. I said, "Are we?" He sent me a screenshot of him looking at the. He sent me a screenshot. Solid website, he said, and then we discussed the interview and how we would do it. He said the 16th, or he said you can either do it today, or we can do it the 16th. And I'm like, well, I need some time because this is like a lot of shit to unpack here. And you want me to just get on, like, and I know how he does shit. Like, well, you're going to get on and let me not be prepared to answer questions. So we got that scheduled for the 16th. Well, I noticed that Brad Perlman is looking at my stories now. And then all of a sudden, Brad Perlman contacts Card Hunter, and he calls off the interview. Says that he doesn't see anything wrong.
And here's why this is kind of weird to me, bro. And we've talked about this before. This guy, is paid by Fanatics, right? So
I mean, I don't know if he's paid by Fanatics. I mean,
Fanatics or PSA. I know he's there. There's a group that he is. There's rumors that he works for this group. And
Fanatics is who I heard for.
Yeah, and he won't
some guy
talk bad
posted a
about him. So if you're being paid and you're like a journalist in this world, and his journalism we love because he kind of does this investigative, calls out people, that type of shit. Sometimes I can see too many of his nose hairs, but that's cool. I'm down with what he does. But if you're into this type of shit, you should be looking at this. This is something that is very interesting. Shill bidding in the custom card world. A custom card company who's already walking the IP line needs to be that's going after another card company that is parodying them. Like, what the fuck is going on here? This is some hypocritical bullshit. Like, I would if I was his type of a social media account, I would be looking into this custom card world bullshit fuckery. And
it's
so
a
what did
lot.
you,
Like this is pretty like when like people don't understand when I'm talking like if I got on and say, let's say Brian, you made cards. If you got on and you had a jump Mandalorian, dude, I could if I wanted to fucking copy, if I wanted to make counterfeit piggy banks cards, I could damn well do it. I've got all the shit to do it. I've got a Dick Fractor Mando coming that somebody else made me as a gift that looks exactly like these cards that sold for $18,000 in like we're talking $18,000 per auction on the website, and 2 days they had $200,000. They made $200,000 on Disney property.
yeah, it's crazy,
yeah,
bro. Trust me. You know, we talk about the same thing in the world of comics with the Fame books. You know, there's certain books in the comic world that can be, you know, like this same type of thing. So I get it. He looks into it, and then what does he say to you? Like what? Because we don't see anything on there about it. I was looking forward to maybe.
So I was gonna try to send you the shit. Like basically, he came on and started saying that I wouldn't quit or spamming him, and I was like. Basically, like I was sending them a bunch of shit, and yeah, I sent you 400 megabytes of data on a Google Drive. Like, you're telling me this is too complicated. I'm gonna be sending you shit. Like,
yeah, and that's
like,
not a ton. That's not a ton of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I built a fucking website for you, man. Like I've led this horse to water, and he's refusing to drink now. Like, and he starts getting mad at me. And saying that, like, but really, he wouldn't tell me who he talked to. He said, I spoke with them on the phone. We had a good conversation. And then he posted that thing saying that I talked to Piggy Banks and he showed me concepts and gave me a hand job and everything's fine now. So, like, I feel better. And I'm like, what the fuck? You mean to tell me you went to the person who's accused of murder and asking them, and
yeah,
being,
it sounds like
okay.
he went and talked to Piggy Banks and
Yeah.
and Piggy Banks said, hey, what do we need to get you to be a consultant?
Yeah, it looks like he went and shoved some money in his mouth. That's what a lot of people were telling me.
Yeah.
Everybody was telling me that. They were like, Piggy Banks is gonna get to him. And the thing is, though, is this whole thing is so much smaller than people actually realize. Like the group of people, like I know all of them. I know all their names. I know who they are. I know their secondary accounts, their third accounts. Like I've got friends who talk to other guys who screenshot. Like I'm in the fucking thick of it. Like, if I let you know I'm in your Discord, I'm in your Discord another time on another account. Like, so I'm just letting you know that I'm in there. It's like Sad Labs. I did that shit last week. I did that to him. I joined in and I was kicked out. I waved. And then I was booted within 5 minutes. I couldn't even change my name to Not Piggy Banks.
All right, so real quick, what is the plan for are you being taken to court by Piggy Banks?
No, he sent me a cease and desist, and basically it was I think it was a threat because I mean,
yeah, of course
like,
it was a threat. That's a threat.
Like,
yeah, fuck, I look at it as a threat. Yeah.
It's like he sent the threat, and
you're parodying a parody. That's kind of cheesy.
If you tell me to stop it, quit, stop it, stop it. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna fucking go so much harder. Hey,
here's what we'll say, bro. We fucking rock with you. Go to notpiggybanks.com, you guys. Go show Hartman some love, and keep us updated on what's going on, brother.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for having me on. Sorry, I'm man.
I don't blame you, bro. They're coming at you. They're coming at you.
Yep.
All right, bro. We'll talk to you soon.
Yep, later.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Hartman, a.k.a. Cartier West, a.k.a. Not Piggy Banks, an OG community member from way back in the Flipside days. Definitely a swing and miss and swing and home run comedian. He's either swing and miss or swing and home run. And you know how that can be. All right, let's continue on here. This is the final thing that I want to show tonight for Drama Alert. Ladies and gentlemen, this is... Well, before we do that, look at this guy, Rye, with the 20 fucking gifted memberships. You're the best, brother. Shout out to Rye.
Hey, dude, tell these people to like the
like
damn show,
and
man.
subscribe. Hit that like button. All right, here we go.
Every week we got to put up with this shit, dude.
So James from Hive, Davis Ryder, anybody else that's out there that does live streaming, if I ever see you crash out like this, I'm gonna fucking make fun of you.
I don't know me. I'm in a delusional state of mind right now. Guys, I'm asking $485,000 for this shoe. I don't even think there's any billionaires in here. Guys, I don't know what's going on. You're letting this man rob me, guys. He paid $4,000 in the last one. Guys, he's paid over he was the first 4-digit cash sale on here at a dollar store back in December when I started this market. If we're actually doing this, guys. Okay, on my Instagram, I'm asking $5,975. So I hope we can get. I mean, I need like, guys, I pay a lot of money for this, so I need a couple thousand, like minimum. Like I need more than the last one, guys. Guys, go, please fucking go.
He will start yelling.
Please fucking
in
go.
3.
Top tier. Can you start bidding, bro? I was just trying to get 6,000 for it on here, guys. Come on, guys. It's dead stock size 11. It's a good size. Guys, come on. 820, you spit me in the face, guys. I sold 3.5 wide for 4,000. I fucking framed it. Outlaw, swipe the fucking button. What are you running out of money over there? Swipe the button. Guys, size 11. It's dead stock. Go. Guys, go. Guys, it's fucking brand new. Guys, swipe the fucking button. Go. Guys, size 11. Swipe the button right.
The funniest part about this is this guy's just trolling the fuck out of him in the chat. You know what I mean? Just trolling the fuck out of him, bro.
Right now, you're pissing me off. Guys, stop letting Jorge fucking fry me. I can't cancel it. I have to ship to him. I'm not a scumbag. Guys, we're so fucking low. Guys, I paid more. Guys, please swipe the button. Guys, you have to pay 4 digits to get this shit. Guys, we're not doing under 4 digits. I already had the conversation with you guys. The factory error market is at 4 digits or nothing. It's 4 digits or fuck off. We don't do this fucking 3-digit bullshit. We don't do this bullshit. This isn't 2010. Swipe the fucking button now. Take a deep breath and swipe the button now. Swipe the button. DSOG all, size 11. Upside down Nike Air on right shoe. Swipe the button, Jorge.
Have you guys seen that new Ring camera where the guy's like, open the door? Open the door. That's what this reminds me of.
Give me a pity bid.
Give me a pity bid.
Swipe the button now.
Someone said no.
We don't do under 4 digits on errors. Go.
Push the button. One guy says, if it was a 12.
Go now.
Look at people just laughing.
I just said we don't do under 4 digits on errors. Swipe the button. Dead stock size 11. Go. Swipe the fucking button now. Swipe it right now, Cobra. We don't do under 4 digits on errors. We don't fucking do. You want another error? Yeah, you want another error? Yeah. 4-digit mark, we do another error. Fuckers. Get in the driver's seat. Cobra Man, swipe the button now. Yes. Didn't have the balls.
That's crazy.
That's the early days of comic books on Whatnot, bro. Remember that?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know what grade it is. It looks good to me.
Bro, that's so fucking hardcore, bro. If I ever fucking do that.
Bro,
please, everybody on this channel right now, I'm holding you accountable. If you let me pull some shit like that and you don't come to me and be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? We're not friends anymore. Stop me from doing that.
Hey, Brian, Chappelle had one of the best jokes. He talked about him like renting a house from a guy that was a drug addict, and like right in the middle of the month, not at the end, when he's supposed to pay, the guy's banging on it. He goes, "Come on, I need it," and he goes, "Well, just give me $20." And then 10 minutes later, he's banging on the door. I need more money. It's like that's the wrong. You can't be a landlord and a drug dealer at the same time. I mean, drug addict at the same time.
You know what we say to people like that?
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
You know,
I'm about to go start buying from him.
I'm still waiting for the Davis Rider crash out.
Yeah, I know. Next week.
Oh my gosh, bro! Did you guys see the new Cedric Pouliot Ghost Pepper cover?
So good.
No.
This might be Cedric Pouliot's one of his best covers, bro.
It's so good. I love him, man.
And just the other day, I saw a cover. Just the other day, I saw a cover of his, and I was like, "Bro, I don't like this. This isn't good. What's going on?" And then he comes out with the fucking heat. Mama overload.
Yeah. I love
Look at that
Cedric, man.
look.
It's good.
Oh, he's great at faces, bro.
He is.
That's good.
I just released a book with him this week. It's
Really?
my first book I've done with him in a while. Yeah, it's G.I. Joe book, Baroness cover.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Which
shit.
book?
Okay, bro, you
Yeah.
can't be doing that. You got to show us now, man. Is it already dropped? It's already dropped.
Yeah.
I missed it. Hey,
G.I. Joe, what number?
I have some copies left.
What number?
327.
Ooh wee.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah, I seen this one.
Yep.
Is that the one we bought the other night, bro?
No, that was the David Diaz one. The David Diaz
Oh,
one was
okay.
better.
He posted something on his story like in January, and he was like, "I want to draw Baroness in the white costume." And I just replied to his story, and I was like, "Dibs, like let's do it." You know what I mean? And he was like, "Okay,
Yeah,
wow,
you're not
okay,
gonna
let's
take
do
a
it."
chance at this.
And I mean, literally, I think, yeah, look, I literally got right here. Came out beautiful.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's
That's
dope.
nice.
What's going on?
Hold on, let me get rid of these fools. All right. Where were we? We were at Ghost Pepper. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think this is fucking phenomenal. And it's only a B cover.
Yeah.
I like that. One thing I will say as a nice, like, we just wrapped up drama alert, but like, you know, obviously he's got all kind of drama based on the whole people
Yeah.
think he's doing AI thing. I think Skybound allowing him to do covers is the end all be. Like, Skybound does not fuck around. So to me, them letting him do covers is like, all right, let's stop with the AI thing. He doesn't do AI. He posts his process. As a retailer who's worked with him on multiple covers, you see it from early rough pencils all the way to the final. He sends you updates. And I think that Skybound is like one of the biggest cosigns you can get as far as like, he's not doing AI. He's just, you know, he just got his style.
Yeah. That's beautiful right
he
there.
did
bro.
Mask too, right? He did like that Mask.
He's
cover,
got
like he's doing-
he's got 2 Mask books coming out. We'll talk about one. Speaking about books, we need to run through F.O.C. real quick. Where's my boy Billy at economics? Nothing really crazy on F.O.C. this week. It'll run through it really quickly. Absolute Batman 19's got a decal cover. Did you guys see that? It's kind of mid decal.
It's all right.
It's all right. I like the background. How about that? How about that? So there's the decal. There's a Perillo. You got a Ariel Cologne cardstock variant. That's kind of interesting. Catches my eye. You got more of the Magic the Gathering cards on Marvel. You got a couple of them. Nothing. They're not really crazy good. You got assorted Crisis Events reprinting all issues, second printings, third printings, so they all come out once. Really cool Batgirl, David Tulaski. David Tulaski always,
I like that one a lot.
dude, he always kills Batgirl. Like, David Tulaski's fucking great cover artist. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get rid of that. You get Dustin Nguyen back on Damian Wayne, which is cool. I'm always down for that. Damian Wayne, the best Robin. I'll fight for that one. Let's see here. All right. We're going to look at the variants here in a second. Ben 10, I don't know much about that. Black Cat number 10 has a Magic the Gathering card. It's okay. There you go. Blade Runner. There's a Captain America E.M. Gist Magic the Gathering card, and this one is also meh. In my opinion. Comics and Magazine number 3. They're at number 3, and I still haven't got my number 1. When I get my number 1, we're gonna have Adam Freeman on the show to talk about Comics and Magazine. I'm gonna go through all of them and then bring him on the show, tell him what we think about it. I'm gonna figure out a way to get some to the guys because I really hope that this could be something. I'm rooting for him. So you got issue number 3 coming out. All right, this Critter. Look at this Critter cover. Hood, what do you think about that?
That's nice.
Yeah,
it's real nice, man. Like, did he trace over a J. Scott Campbell book,
right,
bro? Like
Narcello Sousa.
Anytime you draw anything like Campbell, you should put I drew kind of like Campbell.
After Campbell.
After Campbell. Even though he probably didn't do this rendering.
Yeah,
that looks just like J. Scott Campbell's work.
Campbell's so good, so fucking good, that there's a style of art in comic books that's we should figure out a name for that, like Campbell-esque. If there's a way to put that in like Latin, let's figure out a way and we'll call it that. And that'll be the Campbell art style.
It's beautiful, but I'm almost offended.
No. Don't be offended. You should be happy because Campbell is that good that he's got. What is that saying that copying or not copying? Something is imitation. Imitation is the best form of flattery, whatever that is. That's how I feel about Campbell art because literally he's that good. And we love Paul Green. We love John Royal. Like that, even that David Diaz Baroness was like kind of Campbell-esque. So we need to figure out the Latin term for Campbell-esque, and that's an art style in comic books.
You know what I would do? I would buy this book and take it to Campbell and have him remark it so he could fix it.
Did you see the video that I did with him at CTV?
Of course I did, man. I started crying. I was jealous, man.
Isn't it crazy how low he ranked some of like the biggest covers, like the 620, like some of those like iconic ones? He was like, it's just another cover for me. And you're like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Some of like the biggest books he just put.
I wonder what his true baby is, like that it would hurt him to sell the original art of, where he goes
Danger Girl stuff.
Danger Girl.
Probably.
Danger Girl stuff.
You know what the coolest thing is about J. Scott Campbell in the past like year? Is him going to fucking Ghost concerts and fucking geeking out.
Oh yeah.
Fucking respect, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Respect.
Dressing up and everything.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Respect. All right, let's see here. They're reprinting the McFarlane fucking detective. You got the Doom Quest. You got a bunch of covers for that, variants for that. You got a Rose Bash. We'll talk about some of them in a second. Beautiful Miguel Mercado on Cruel Universe. Electric Chair number 2. You got the Energon Universe Special is the one shot. Remember the last year's one was really good. We'll talk about this one more in a second. Estuary number 2 is out. Shout out to the creative team of Estuary. Great dudes. They were on the show a few weeks ago. I'm really rooting for this. So hopefully you guys should be getting your Suspiria Estuary variant soon. So hopefully you guys got that. Shout out to fucking Ignition Press and Jewel. Everyone loves a Jewel Thief. Number 1, the 1 in 10. Did any of you guys pick that up? Did any retailers pick that up? James, Davis, you guys get any of those? No.
I don't do a ton of like open to order stuff personally.
Yeah.
Well,
listen, man. Speaking of F.O.C, if you guys need an F.O.C place to go, there's 3 fucking places that I suggest you going right now. First of all, Billy over at Billy at economicsandcomics.com. He does a great pre-order place. Comics Elite does a great pre-order place. I'm gonna catch heat for that one. Putting those two together, you guys need to fucking see eye to eye. Good dudes. And then finally, fucking shout out to our boy Comic Tom, who just recently got in the F.O.C game. So go check out his F.O.C page. All right, continuing on. All right, here we go.
By the way, I made a code for the website just Beyond Wednesdays. If anybody wants to grab that Cedric Poulot cover, I did a 20% off code. If anybody wants it.
Shit. Thank
Bro,
you, man. Speaking,
there you go. You guys go. Where did that go? If you guys want Beyond Wednesdays, DavisRider.com. Go fucking hit it up.
It's only $20. $20.
Really, bro?
444 copies.
Great, good on you, dude. Good on you. Sweet spot.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we love our retailers, man.
It's funny because I haven't even posted that. I never do website drops, so I put this one up because so many people were like, a bunch of Cedric's people didn't understand whatnot, so they were like messaging me like, "How do I get it?" So I put it up on the website. I haven't even posted about it, and they're just selling a bunch, and I've never really seen just like organic sales like that. I'm like, what's happening? I go on eBay, people are flipping the crap out of them for $50, $55, and it's like, I think because I haven't posted that it's on the website, people are like looking at it as like a money glitch, which is kind of funny. I've seen like someone will buy like 4 of them, and then I'm like, oh shit, well they're gonna go flip it. So
fuck yeah, bro. Good on you.
Whatever. Yeah. But yeah, 20% off Beyond Wednesdays if anybody wants it.
Go fucking hit that up.
Beyond Wednesdays.
Davis, right? Go fucking hit it up, you guys. Put the mods if you can. Derek, if you get a chance, drop the link for that, my brother. Let's see here. All right. Let me. Davis, you said you're gonna put it in the chat. Go ahead and just type something real quick, and then I'll add you as a moderator. Just say, hey, what's up? All right.
All right, got it. Thanks, Davis. That was awesome.
Fuck yeah, bro. Hold on, there we go. Let's go. Boom. Boom. All right.
Well, look at what else you're selling, bro. You got some.
I don't have a ton of stuff on there.
All right, there is a Doug Monkey Cobra Commander for G.I. Joe #2 third printing for G.I. Joe fans. I like the Iron Man #5 Jeff Shaw What If variant. That's pretty cool. There's a Iron Spider-Man cover for Iron.
That's sick. I didn't see that. That's cool.
Right? Magic the Gathering for Iron Man #5. All right. There's I like how Billy used this image because it's pretty cool. We'll talk about it in a second. I like this Justice Society 8 of America #19 Matt Taylor. Very Dave Johnson-esque. I like the Fuimara on the Spectre too, the cover C. You got a Black Suit Spider-Man by Paulo Rivera, a great artist to use for that on the Magic the Gathering. Shout out to our boy Joe Benitez. Lady Mechanica, the Mechanical Menagerie #1 is on F.O.C. right now. We had Joe on Wednesday night. Great dude. There's a really good John Royal cover. There's a really good Sora Sung cover. And there's a really good Shikari cover. And more on the Sora Sung soon. Beyond Wednesday's fans, be ready for that one. We might have something special for you.
Quintana would do on a Lady Mechanica book, man.
I think Quintana could do basically anything good.
Anything he touches.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think he's that good right now. I think he's really, really good. Magic vs. Speaking of really, really good. Mark Spears Monsters #10, you guys.
That a lot.
Look at this fucking. This is the A cover. This is the regular cover. Leg is stoked about this one. Look at that fucker.
Yeah, that's sick.
Damn, that's good. But you know what? This cover, the cover B, might be better. You know why I love this cover? Because it is a different take on the ASM 300 homage. And the way he posed him on this makes this, in my opinion, one of the best 300 homages. Because he didn't do the 300 homage. He said, fuck it, I'm going to do the Unholy One homage, make him in some creepy pose. He's sitting there trying to I don't know, I can't tell if he's praying. Is he praying and he has his hands up by his throat, I think? I think that's what he's doing.
It's almost like he's getting force choked.
Right? Look how fucking badass that is. Let's pull this in a new image. Bro, yeah, he's got his hands like this. Like this. And he's going. Bro.
Or I think it looks like he's praying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is praying.
That's fucking wicked. How good the color difference is too. And the way he did the background, like the 300 variant, but did it in a cool way where it has the dripping blood in the black. Like that's just a great designed cover. We've been talking about this, Davis, and I got to give both retailers who are on here right now, Davis and James, who are both kind of artists in their own right. There's something to be said about the way covers are designed, total cover design. I think Mark does it very well. I think Tim Daniel is a fucking G at it. You know, there's guys that Jay Gonzo, there's guys that the whole cover design, the way the trade dress is, the way the logo is, the way the number is, you know, there's something to be said about that makes a cover iconic.
Yeah.
And you kind of like that will help these days. That's a perfect cover in my opinion. It's a perfect homage.
Intelligent cover design is noticeable. Like,
Yeah.
it definitely stands out.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Tim Daniel, Estuary Crew. He also did a cover that we need to talk about right now, as a matter of fact. Did you guys see this? Bro. This fucking cover.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tim Daniel. Shout out to Vault Comics. Shout out to all the fans. That if they're new to comics, well, warm welcome, my friends. Dungeon Crawler Carl, free comic book day exclusive. Absolute Batman homage. Look at this fucking cover. How good this is. Great fucking homage. How crazy is that too? That, you know, the Absolute Batman homage. It's an iconic book. It's up there with Killing Joke. We're going to be talking about Killing Joke here in a second. And it's like this is being homaged multiple times over now.
I homaged it for Exquisite Corpses for MegaCon.
Yep.
And it went great. Very like yeah.
Who did that homage again?
What'd you say?
Who did that homage again?
His last name, hold on, let me actually drop him in the chat 'cause I feel like he needs a little bit of
Yeah, show him some love. This is great. Great fan base behind this. You know, we've talked about it before. I believe Brett Bean kind of involved on this IP a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. And crazy crowdfunding stuff. So shout out to Vault Comics on this one, but man, look how dope this is. That's a dope cover. And look at the sales on it. Hold on here. Check this out. 169, 199, 104, 99,
So it's
75.
I wonder what's making this one jump up, because there has been quite a few Absolute Batman homages in the last like month or so. I wonder why do you think this one is going so crazy?
It's pre-sales too, because I don't know if it's even out yet. I think these are pre-sales, all pre-sales, which makes it me even think like, holy shit, dude, if pre-sales are popping off like this, and they're all popping off, they're all pre-orders.
Mm-hmm.
So again, we're talking about F.O.C. right now. I don't even know. Is this was F.O.C. maybe last F.O.C. I can't remember, but the Dungeon Crawler Carl IP is got a massive fan base. You know what I mean? It was, in my opinion, one of the things that helped the Brett Bean Dorks movement. You know what I mean? So, like, we'll keep an eye on this one. Shout out to any retailer out there that was smart enough to notice this, because, to be honest, like, you should have known about this, especially with the Brett Bean dork stuff. When this got, fucking solicited, retailers should have been all over this. And hopefully you were. Well, we'll see. All right, more Mark Spears. We got the number 10 Midnight Man concept variant, which this is one of the ones where he did the actual traditional art style, and you've got the mishmashing of the just the sketch cover and the colors a little bit, which is pretty dope. Hopefully you guys have read Midnight Man number 1. It was fucking excellent. If you haven't, really, really good book. And then this is probably one of my favorite Mark Spears Monsters covers. I love this cover. When he was first thinking about doing this as a cover, he had different colors in the background, and I think he chose the perfect color background, on this one.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Yeah, really, really cool. That's the E cover. We'll talk about the variants here in a second. There is also a D cover with the two chicas. There is a Cosmic Spider-Man variant, which I love any of the Cosmic, the Power Cosmic stuff, the Enigma Force, sorry. So that's pretty dope. Murder Podcast got another Jeremy Hahn variant. Okay, Nectar is doing third printings, so you got a couple good covers. You got a Chris Sheehan and a Chris Sheehan second printing cover A of Nectar 2 with on that one. And then you have the Way Shack. They're doing a cover E, and then they got another variant of that. Plus, they also got a Suspiria cover. Speaking of Suspiria, James, you've been working with fucking Suspiria lately. Pretty fucking heavy, bro.
Yep. We got lots of stuff in the pipeline.
Yeah? Like what? Is there anything you could share with us?
More sick goodies. I just got the 46s in on Wednesday, by the way, and they're fucking amazing.
She's so fucking great, man.
Yeah. She's a lot of fun to work with, too.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart. Shout out to Susie. All right, Megalith. We talked about this when this got announced. Shout out to the Bad Idea crew. I mean, I love them over here. I think they do fun, smart things. They've got these original art editions for Olympus Saga Megalith #1, all the Louis LaRosa original art editions, and they are so beautiful. Louis LaRosa art is just like to die for type shit, dude. And you get the original fucking pages. The original art editions. They're super limited. I think they're like 1-of-1s, right? If I'm not mistaken. Look at that. Let's see here. Didn't Sienna talk about this when she was on? She said that they were gonna these were gonna be given away like original art editions type thing. Yeah. So look at them all. Each fucking page. That's fucking crazy. Just the pencils. Beautiful. Great job, Bad Idea. Shout out to the crew. And then this is the cover I was talking about. Jacques Louis David Old Masters variant of Napoleon on that fucking crazy looking horse. That's dope. I like the Old Masters stuff. You got a Q variant on Poison Ivy 44 that, I'll be honest, how do you go from the one he just put out, which is probably cover of the year type shit, to this? This is great art, but I don't want to see Poison Ivy in a fucking painter suit. Like she's Slipknot or something. What the fuck? I want to see her in all her glory.
I dig it. I don't know.
Q
I think I'm too much of a fan of his work. I think I just like everything he puts out. So
I agree. It's beautiful art. But to go from the one he just put out, which is, like I said, it's probably cover of the year candidate, to this, man. This should not be you should not put Poison Ivy in a fucking painter suit. Yeah, you know. Anyways, no shade on Q. Great artist. You got Stuart Sager, Red Sonja She-Devil with a sword #1. Lucio Perillo on that. Linsner. All right, we're almost done here. Let's see here. She-Spawn has got a bunch of covers, bunch of variants, including a Todd McFarlane, which we'll talk about in a second. Smile for the Camera #3. He's got a really good sway, but I wish this. Cool. Yeah. It's creepy as fuck.
That one's really fucking good, dude.
Right?
Sway is great.
Yep.
Sway is amazing. Yep.
Smile for the Camera. I think that book's gonna be good, man.
Yeah. Well, there's another one coming for that in a second here. I'll show you the variants. Listen, this is garbage. Garbage. I like Zeb, whatever his name is. But
yeah, dude, come on, man.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm a Star Wars fan at heart, and I'm just like, fuck, man.
Yeah, dude.
But Darth Maul is great. We're going to talk about it in a second because we got to watch the Punisher trailer in a second. Transformers 11, 4th printing. Transformers 20th, 3rd printing.
Good. That one's good.
Transformers 21, 3rd printing. Yeah. Transformers is fucking amazing. You got another Magic the Gathering, Ben Reilly. That's a cool. I love Ben Reilly. I always loved his costume. Wolverine 20. And okay, let's go look at the variants really quickly. We have got Alice Forever After, number 4, and Hook Lee. Here we go. Yes, I'm a real person. That's a cool cover right there. The fucking cat. Mad Hatter, the mushrooms. I'm always in if you put mushrooms on. Really cool Cheshire Cat covered on this one. That's cool. Always love that shit, that type of shit. All right, what else do we got? We got the Ben 10 stuff. We've got a lot of Ben 10 stuff. I don't get the Ben 10 stuff. That's, generation couple behind me. All right, 1 in 25, DK Ruan, Captain America number 11. I like this cover, but I wish the trade dress, or at least wish his head went
behind the head. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But that's a beautiful cover. I like it. I like DK Ruan. I hope I say the name right.
DK Ruan.
Is it Ruan? Yeah. This freaking Fan Yang cover is so good, and I wish they would have just done a Virgin variant for it to begin with.
Bro, we got that's one cover I'm really excited about. I have a Absolute Batman, Poison Ivy done by her, and it's really good. I'm not sure when we're releasing it or what we're doing with it, but
okay,
it's really
she is amazing.
Yeah.
One of my favorite new artists.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic right there.
Yeah.
So this is a second printing 1 in 25. I have a feeling that'll be on the hot list. There's an Ejikuri for that. Basic. There's the Critter we talked about. Cruel Universe. Daredevil. Second printing Lee Garbett. Let's see here. Rose Besh. Stegman. There's the third printing Brett Bean. Okay, Energon Universe Special. You have the 1 in 50 Cedric Pouliot, and this is the other mask variant he did.
Oh, that's great.
I like this one better than the first one he did. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Hell
Mama.
yeah. Yeah. I'm Cedric Pouliot fan.
I know. I'm trying to
Estuary.
figure out something else to put him on right now that he hasn't, something that he would be different on, I think. I'm trying to come up with something for him.
He's great. You got the Ghost Machine official guidebook number 2 coming out. If Destruction Be Our Lot. I don't know what this is about, but it looks interesting because you've got a 1 in 10 with the Ice Cream Man guys on there. So that's interesting. I don't know. We'll have to check that out. I really like this 1 in 25 Jorge Fornes Iron Man number 5.
That's crazy.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
You got the Iron Spider-Man stuff. Will Spatarcio.
That's where spot foil would look badass with those cables.
Great point, Hood. Great fucking point. All right, Mark Spears Monsters 1 in 50,
I
baby.
didn't see that one.
You saw it when he first showed it to us.
Man, dude, I can't remember.
That's
that.
Alabama
Now
right there,
I'm-
baby.
Yeah, dude.
This is the Alabama variant.
Hey, dude, the chick like that was waiting outside the La Quinta that I was in, bro.
That's Alabama. If her name ain't Alabama, I'm not fucking Brian McClay, man. Right there is fucking. That is her name.
Her middle name is Dish Rag, dude.
Alabama coming to the stage. Hit up that ass and titty machine.
Yeah. Tips and tips alone.
Yeah. 1 in 50 foil.
Damn, bro.
Ooh. Yeah. Kilted Corgi says, roll tide.
Yeah, all she needs is a bar of soap. Everybody tip. Tip these young ladies.
Damn, that's a good cover. Way to go, Mark. All right. Here's your
should show her
nectar.
dirty feet, dude.
Here's the only thing that I don't like about this. They're reprinting the Jonathan Wayshak variant in 3 different ways. They're doing a 1 in 20 black and white spot color. They're doing a 1 in 10, and they're doing a third printing foil. I'm out of it at this point. You just kind of shit on it.
Yeah, they did it to death, unfortunately.
Yeah. No thanks. There's all the Olympus Saga Megalith stuff. Red Sonja. She Spawn. Okay, She Spawn has the Todd McFarlane variant. You got the 1 in 250. And then you've got a 1 in 100 foil virgin and a 1 in 50 trade dress. Same cover. And then you have a signed 1 in 500 signed by McFarlane and Gail Simone. So I like how they're doing that on the high ratio variants where they're
I
signing
think
them.
the
or
1 in
sketches.
250 is signed as well.
Yeah, the 1 in 250 is just signed by Todd, which is
Yeah.
cool. But again, here's the thing. You guys, your autograph is valuable. And I think Todd knew his autograph was valued from day one. And that's why he wouldn't sign a lot. But he's reached that point in his life where he's like, listen, I'm probably getting ready to call it quits. And I'm just going to put out as many autographs as I can out there. And then I'm done. I'm not signing any more autographs, because he's got a ton of autographs out there. And unless he's selling them straight to you like he did on his Whatnot sale, they don't hold their value as much as they used to because there's so many out there. But I don't fault him for what he's doing. He deserves that. He is Todd motherfucking McFarlane. All right, Darth Maul. You've got a 1 in 25 Yasmin Putri. Now, Putri stuff sells, but this isn't my favorite Yasmin Putri cover. I love her, but that's not my favorite. 1 in 25 though on that one. All right. Transformers. You got a 1 in 25 Terry Dodson on Ultimate Endgame number 4. You've got this that kind of reminds me of Batman, the Snyder Capullo run, Untamed, out of Stranger.
It's an homage to that, yeah.
Yeah. It looks like it, right? And Kanan White is one of the most, to me, there are two guys that are probably the two most underrated artists in comics. Kanan White and Mike Crome. They're fucking amazing. And anytime I see them do something, I want to fucking spotlight it because they are amazing. And this is a Kanan White second printing. Shout out to Seb and Stranger Comics. Pretty dope. 1 in 10. Untamed, A Sinner's Prayer, number 1. By the way, Kanan White, I believe, is the art director at Rippaverse. All right. Ivan Cabello did an Amazing Spider-Man? This is the final one I'm going to talk about. Ivan Cabello has been doing those connecting covers on Amazing Spider-Man, I think it is. And they finally put out one that is all the covers connected on one issue. It is the Amazing Spider-Man Venom Death Spiral Body Count number 1, 1 in 100.
Oh, wow.
Look at that cover, dude. That's fantastic art. Every single one of those characters.
He's one of the most underrated artists. Like, if he wasn't doing just interior work for a lot, like, you know what I mean? Like, he's kind of like their go-to interior cover A kind of guy. If he was just doing like variants and stuff, I feel like he'd be.
Agree 100%.
It'd be so expensive.
Totally agree. That spiral in the middle is such a great, and the Agent Venom, the Space Agent Venom down in the bottom middle is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, Brian, I sent you something in the chat. It was kind of interesting. I stumbled across it, and it was Planet Comics. 92.
Wow.
This is when the death of Superman came out. And the hype and the lines around the building just to pick up the comic. And I just thought it was crazy. Great
job, dude. Hood, perfect timing, because shout out to the death of Superman. We got the art that's getting ready to sell. I think it's almost being done. Shout out to Mike Zatari over at snick.com. Make sure you guys are going to snick.com. We're going to do a deep dive on that once that ends. I think is it almost done, right? The comic link?
I had saved the link on there.
All right, here we go.
Not so sure what you.
This is dope.
Blaine, and we're doing Men on Comics. And
Living
tonight,
color.
today we're going to talk about the big thing at this happening on November 20th, the death of Superman. Well, we're at my comic book
Fast
store.
forward a little bit.
You could totally tell that this is a living color right here, baby. 1992.
90s,
Yeah.
Oh, we got too many comics, but not enough. We only got a third of them.
Look at all
Crazy. It's insane. It's Comic Land.
Uh-oh, people are starting to drool outside.
Let them. Mike's got it. They're mine. These are all my copies.
Look at that comic shop, dude.
I think I do.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's awesome. Look at that. I've been there.
This is not funny.
That's how it was for me. Heroes Comics.
No social media. No
Right?
social media.
Yeah.
This is just organic fucking just just word of mouth, like
Bro, this is what it looked like for me. Heroes Comics, 35th Avenue and Peoria or Cactus. I can't remember. And I remember standing in line just like that. Look at that, dude. That's crazy. Hold on. there.
they had the whole coffin. Like if you fast forward it right in the middle, you'll see that place fucking.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
If people are paying with check and they're doing the old credit card shit.
Look at this, bro. This is nuts.
Bro, that's when I was working at the comic shop, dude. I remember when this shit hit. I was answering the phone every fucking minute. Yes, we have it. Fuck off.
Okay.
Do you have the Justice Superman comics?
We just get one, Mark.
Bro, there is a feeling. I could smell it. I could smell the comic shop. I could feel the comics in my hand when I watched this. And walking in and go to the comic shop on comic shop day on Wednesday morning. I would go on my lunch break. I'd go to fucking the comic shop. Like I remember free comic book day events like this. I remember this event. There's that smell, that feel. There's something about this that is fucking. It nostalgia, baby.
Dude, it's a time capsule. Like you see the movie posters on the walls there. They got all
Great
the
point.
wizard posters. And it's a time
Bro,
capsule, man.
I gotta show you something. So speaking of time capsule. Look at that. Shout out to Rye with the $5 super chat. He says, beautiful man, all the shops I went to as a kid are closed down. Oh man. Beautiful. It is beautiful watching this. Okay, so speaking of that time capsule stuff, Hood, this is a great moment to talk about this. So one of my best friends in the world, he's one of the, you know how we all have those guys that we are close to like brothers, from our childhood. And I have 5 guys that were in my kindergarten class all the way up through 7th grade, right? We were in every single class together and we were like brothers. And one of them, I'm really close to. I help him get off of drugs. He lived with me for a couple years while getting off drugs. And now he works at a very famous rehab center in Malibu, and he helps other people get off drugs. And he reached out to me and he said, hey, man, shout out to Rye for that. He reached out to me and he said, hey, man, he goes, what are some good comics to check out? And I go, bro, and he does this to me every once in a while. He'll go, hey, let me know some comics to check out. Like I remember the first time he did it. It was back when Kevin Smith was writing Daredevil, and I got him to buy a Kevin Smith Daredevil trade. So he hit me up and he goes, hey, what is the best stuff to check out? And I go, bro, you need to check out Absolute Batman right now, right? And I go, it's gonna blow you away. It's really good. And he hit me back. And he goes, bro, and he sent me this picture. This is him on the beach in Malibu. And he goes, dude, he goes, there is something special about comics. And he goes, we reminisced about when I was helping him get off of drugs. And he goes, you remember when I was living with you, bro, and you said to me that comics are special, that they're a time capsule, and you can read comics from that time period and you could see what the world was going through and what society was about and the wrongs in society and how things have changed. And he goes, I read Absolute Batman, and that's the first thing I thought on how amazing a medium comic books are to be able to tell what is going on in the zeitgeist in the world and the feelings of the common man in the world. And we always we talk about this, how like we never really get political on the show, but comics are political, man. They show what people want and what people need, and Absolute Batman is a perfect example of that. And he thought Absolute Batman was so fucking good. And this is a guy that doesn't read comics on the norm. He'll hit me up once a year and say, hey, what should I go check out? And he'll go to the comic shop, he'll go to Golden Apple, he'll go to whatever is there, and he'll say, hey, my buddy told me to pick up this, give me these, that type of deal. And he fucking loved it. And that's fucking amazing. That to me is what comics is. This is the type of thing that is important, and I love it, man. It's super cool. All right,
it's bringing a lot of people back to comics for sure, either back to or in for the first time. Absolute Batman is, yeah.
And Scott Snyder's getting ready to be fucking announced as the rumor is that he's up there with Jim Lee now at level of EIC, editor-in-chief type stuff.
It's become, I saw a bunch of people saying this, that like the Absolute universe has just become the main universe. Like that's what most people, when it comes to DC, that they're talking about Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman, even like Martian Manhunter. Like you didn't hear people talking about Martian Manhunter that much a few years ago, like even a year ago. But Absolute, if you put Absolute in front of it, people are going to read it.
Yeah. It's fucking
amazing. People are excited about Absolute Green Arrow. Like nothing against Green Arrow, but Green Arrow is not the most hot comic title, but people are like hyped on Absolute Green Arrow.
It's crazy, dude. It's the type of thing that, validates the excitement. It validates it's a reason for us to be happy about what's going on. I mean, we're already happy about there. For the longest time, the stories didn't push comic sales. They just didn't. There was a good period of time where they just didn't. Now we have the Energon universe. We have people excited about G.I. Joe, Transformers, Void Rivals, Ghost Machine universe. We have people excited about Dork and what Image #1s are coming out. Like that, there's excitement in what's the next new story. We have Absolute.
Anytime there's a Tynan book.
Tynan, anything from Tynan. People are looking for those Tynan books. Something's Killing the Children. Exquisite Corpses. Even Hello Darkness, this like anthology horror stuff, which is causing more anthology. We're seeing Kickstarter books be great. We're seeing creators go out there and create Mark Spears monsters. It's like there's this new push like there was in the early 80s with independent comics, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Usagi Yojimbo.
Feel more accessible. Like the fact that like me and Will have our book coming out, and I never would have thought that I'd just be able to let's just write a book and put it out. It's like very possible to do now,
Let's talk about that a little bit, because that was super cool out of MegaCon. Something that was very interesting was, and we haven't talked about this much, so I'm glad you're here to talk about this. Something interesting was you guys gave away a shit ton of ash cans for a new project that you're working on. We talked about it early on. I mean, show that again real quick. So this was given away at MegaCon. How many did you guys think you gave away?
At MegaCon, we gave away about 800 of them.
And again, this is something that you guys could have went on and did a drop and sold them. For
we sold we had 200 copies of a full size, because this is like a mini, like a true, like it's like a mini ash can. So we had 200 copies of a full size one, but then we had these all weekend for free, one per person, at Comic Man's booth, and we gave away like 800 of them.
Yeah. So like there is this thing that's happening, and by the way, big shout out to fucking Will Jack and who's your interior artist on that?
Simone
Ragazzoni. Dude, it was cool. I think, and we kind of talked a little bit about this, dude. I was fucking hammered at that night at the bar, dude.
Davis's birthday?
Yeah, Davis's birthday, bro. That was a fun event, man. I'm glad you came out. I'm glad we did that. That was like, it was kind of cool.
Man, the best part, Brian, was when we put a plate of food together for Davis, because they had shut down the kitchen, and everybody was pitching in their food so
Yeah.
that David could have a meal.
Yeah, that was good.
It
That
was-
was good. I appreciated that.
So we just kind of like we spent the time at this place called the Pub. All of us were here that are on right now. We were all there, and then we migrated over to this other place, and it was kind of cool because when we went in, they were pushing all the chairs to the side to close up shop. There was nobody there, and we walk in and we're like, "You guys still open?" They're like, "Fuck yeah, we are. If you guys want a drink, we're open." So we stayed there for a couple more hours, and I was fucking like I had been drinking all day. They had me taking shots of tequila. Shout out to the Pressable guys, Matt Forge and Jay. I was fucking whoo. So, anyways, we get to this bar, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because you could see like the excitement when Will was talking about it. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell that. You could really.
I mean, this all came from that. Like, I had this idea that was very loose, and then he just kept complaining to me, or not complaining, but just making mention around New York Comic Con of like, God, every time like publishers are just so strict on stuff, and I just want to like do my thing, which is why his Vampirella covers that he put out for MegaCon were completely new costume, because he asked them, will you let me make my own version of a Vampirella costume? And they let him do it, which is super cool. Like the costume that he had never been done, won't ever be in a comic. It's just for the cover. This is Will Jack's brain doing Vampirella. And so he just said he wanted to do his character. And I was like, I mean, I have an idea that kind of fits in with what you're saying. And then we just kind of blended those two together. And that's how we have Sweet Death. It was all based on him just wanting to do whatever his mind could come up with, character design wise and everything.
It's fucking sweet, bro. And one of the things that was super cool is that you guys did it in the ash can size.
Yeah.
And then you guys on the back, you put a place for people to sketch. And I've already told you, bro, look how dope this is. Hold on, let me put this up because I'm serious about this, bro. I want a sketch from you. I want a sketch from Simone, and I want a sketch from Will on the back of each one of them. I think that shit's cool.
Which I stole, full transparency, I took that from Brett Bean. I saw the dork one, and I was like, that's a genius idea. He posted that he has sketches on the back, and I was like, that's a really cool idea to like, you get the first ash can, the first, which is how crazy is that? But like, the ash can, just first ever created work for that thing, and you can get a sketch on it. Like, that's super cool. So,
and it's selling for a decent amount on the secondary market, which is cool.
$75 for signed is crazy. Yeah.
A free book, you guys. This was a free book, and shout out to you guys for offering it for free. I think that's again, leave a little bit of meat on the bone.
Shout out to all the people selling stuff that they got free. Badass.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
I mean,
bro.
I like this because this helps us get it hopefully picked up by we're gonna try and pitch it to some publishers, and like this is the kind of thing that gets it picked up is when they see sales numbers like this.
Yeah. That's
so
cool.
I was like, hey, sell away,
So
it was one per person, so there was no person that could like just get a bunch and go sell a ton. I made sure that was the case of like one per person.
That's dope.
We're not gonna have one person selling a crazy amount of them.
That's fucking dope. I think that's cool. So where are you guys going next with it?
So this had the first, I think, 16 pages. Simone, actually, we just got the inks today for like we're almost to the last pages. He's got, I think, 2 left to finish up inking. And then the colors are, once the colors are probably by the end of this month, we'll have the final full issue. I think we're going to do Kickstarter for the first issue, get a bunch of cool creators to do covers for it. Sometime in June, do a Kickstarter, and then San Diego launch issue 1. That's kind of the rough plan right now.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah. Are you gonna is there any thoughts to doing variant covers for these? Like allow people like maybe James from Hive to do a variant or other artists out there to do variants?
San Diego, we're gonna for the Kickstarter, we're obviously gonna pick a handful of people. I have messages out to a bunch of cool artists and everything. Like I've talked to Godtail. It looks like he's going to be doing a cover.
Fuck yeah.
Trying to get Q to do one. I talked to Quintana. He's obviously crazy slammed. I got lunch with Quintana this week, and I had a bunch of books and they signed, and I slipped him one of these, and I was like, "If you got time, and he was like, "I'll let you know." But trying to get some cool artists to do the Kickstarter, and then San Diego, we're going to open it up to retailers to do covers.
Fuck yeah.
So hopefully there's a bunch of people, because we don't want it to just be us. We don't want it to feel like, oh, we have a book and now here's all of our cover. Like we want it to be like other people have it. And it's kind of just like it works both ways because we're really happy with the story we have written, but also like every retailer is fine to do a cover with a hot girl with a gun. You know what I mean? Like it works out no matter what. Even if the retailer hasn't read the book, it's like it's kind of like a lot of the like World Tree, you know, or like all of Exquisite Corpses with Fox Mask Killer. He does such a good job making it just like you can make cool, sexy covers, and then you open the book and you're like, damn, the story is also cool. So that's kind of what we were trying to do with ours.
That's fucking cool, dude.
I had the retailer mind going into what we did with it, but then also trying to make sure it actually, you know, reads well. We're very, very excited. It's basically the like easy way to explain the story is it's Erica Slaughter kind of esque bounty hunter, but set in the world of Futurama. Like she can like in like vast galaxy, you can bounce planet to planet, and every planet feels like a totally different environment. Like I love that in Futurama they could have a beach episode, and then the next episode they might be in a Wild West setting. It's like they could just play with that, whatever they wanted to do. And so that's what we're going to kind of do with the comic book.
Yeah. Great idea. Cool stuff. Opens you up for great story ideas. I'm stoked, man. I love watching people create comics. I just,
it's great. It's a great cover.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Well,
really good.
Will. But yeah, we're excited about it. It's all Will.
And again, seeing Will be super stoked over this was cool because he was fucking excited.
And this cover Will drew just for the ash can, by the way. Like most ash cans end up being like that's a cover A for the book. He drew this just for the ash can to try and make the ash can feel special.
Dope. Fuck yeah, dude.
Mama. So he'll have more covers for the actual you know, the actual book will have covers by Will.
Mama book, bro.
All right. Before we get close to calling, we're almost done calling it a night. I want to run through the Punisher trailer. Have you guys seen the Punisher trailer? Oh, bro. This shit is fucking dope. All right, here we go.
Oh, yes.
Hey, Frank. How you doing, brother?
I want to say something real quick. This is a perfect example of why sound is so important. In a movie, especially a trailer, it sets the whole feel of the trailer. And it is so fucking important. There's very few movies out there that didn't have like a sound cut. There's some horror movies that have no like sound, extra sound. It's fucking creepy. It makes you feel weird. But good sound design and setting that tone is so important. And they do such a good job in this of doing that.
Talk to me. Tell me what's going on.
Kind of cool that John Bernthal's writing executive. He's a writer in this, so that's kind of cool.
Think God's gonna forgive us for the things we've done? I'm not sure about me. But you ain't got a fucking chance.
Fucking.
That's all you got? That's all you got? That's all you got?
First time I saw that, bro, I got fucking goosebumps. That fucking sound of the knife coming out of the sheath, bro. Perfect.
Damn, only a month away.
Fucking perfect,
Yeah,
dude.
great.
John Bernthal is like the perfect casting. Like we talked about this on House of Stein last night. John Bernthal is up there with Chris Evans, with Robert Downey Jr., with Paul Bettany, Chris. Who's the guy that plays Thor?
Hemsworth.
Hemsworth. You know what I mean? Like fucking. You know, it's just
even the new season of Daredevil is really good too.
Yes.
Like, in general, someone said it recently. I feel like it hasn't really like clicked yet because it needs to happen on a larger scale. But Marvel's been kind of hidden again recently. They haven't really like. You look at like even Wonder Man, which a lot of people didn't watch, but that was really highly reviewed, and like they haven't. I think the last 6 projects they put out have all been like over 90% reviewed. So like they're kind of back on track a little bit. It seems like.
Yeah. And
now we'll see that they have to do it on the big screen. They have to have big movies again. They have to nail Doomsday and stuff to really feel like they're back. But
Punisher's also going to be in the Spider-Man stuff, which is good, right? They're putting him on everything.
The Spider-Man trailer looked fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Spider-Man's going to be awesome.
And that might be the best Spider-Man movie. I mean, obviously, it's hard to say against the Tobey ones, but like that's going to be a contender.
Oh, dude, I like Tom Holland Spider-Man better than all of them. I'm a Tom Holland guy. Yeah. And then we just got announced that Doomsday is going to be released on the same day as Mando. Did you guys hear that? That's kind of crazy.
Well, no, it's the same day as Dune, I think, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you're right. Dune. So Dune and Doomsday. Yes. I apologize. Dune and Doomsday on the same day. That's fucking crazy, dude.
And none of them have everyone thought they were going to budge early on when that got announced. Usually someone moves. They're like, nah. Which like Dune is big. I kind of think Dune gets smoked though. Like Dune obviously is really beloved, but like you get Chris Evans back, like Robert Downey Jr. Like I love Dune. Dune will probably be a better movie if we're being honest, even as a Marvel fanboy. But like Doomsday is gonna smoke it at the box office, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I heard Dune locked up they'd already positioned themselves to lock up all the IMAX theaters.
Ooh, that's
for like the first 2 weeks, so there won't be any Doom
which you know that the IMAX people. I mean, obviously they're still going to crush it, but they're probably like, we don't want to lose our Marvel partners. You know, like a goodwill with them. So that's interesting.
Just if I was Marvel, I'd try and capture as many theaters that could put it out in 70 millimeter or whatever.
I would move up a week if I was Marvel.
Which one?
Yeah, why go against, especially on open? Yeah, fuck that.
If you can't have an IMAX theater, dude. Like, I need to watch Marvel in that format.
Selden says Doomsday is moving. Hopefully, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, if they can't get IMAX, then Dune wins. Dune is winning at least not box office wise, but they're winning like the behind the scenes battle. If they've locked up IMAX, then I feel like Marvel has to move. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. We'll see, man. Listen, we have some great stuff coming out. We have Spider-Man, Doomsday, Dune, Mando, Punisher. We have Daredevil going on right now. We have Darth Maul going on right now, which is fucking excellent so far.
The
Boys, bro. Holy shit. How great is The Boys,
Invincible.
Dude? Invincible.
We are eating right now. And if you're an anime fan, this year so far, from animes, like pop culture, I was just talking about this. It feels like pop culture is kind of back. Like, COVID, and then it kind of dipped a little bit and everything got soft, but right now it seems like Marvel's on the rise, anime is crushing it, the streaming services are putting out good stuff, people are going to concerts more, like even outside of the scope of things. Like it just feels like the world's in kind of a tough place right now, and it feels like people are like, I want to fucking think about anything else.
You got it,
bro. We're going to the moon, bro.
Going to the fucking moon, baby.
I don't know why, but we went to the moon.
But we're doing it.
We're doing it, dude. We're going to the fucking moon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm stoked. All right, 3 hours, you guys. Real quick, James, you dropped a book tonight. What was the book you dropped tonight?
I did. I dropped the Exquisite Corpses. I dropped the ball on my drop. So we found this awesome artist, Cassiani. We're gonna be you'll be seeing a lot of her through Hive, but drop this on the Hive website. Cool thing is I had a really fun partner on this one. So we did so I have it and More Great Art have it right now, but partnered with a pretty big pop culture retailer up in Canada called Shopville. And they're going to be dropping them. They'll drop them when they have them in hand. So post street date. But it's kind of fun because I have a lot of Canadian customers that if you're a Canadian customer, wait, just grab them from Shopville, save on the shipping. So it's going to be fun. We working a lot with them in the future to take care of our Canadian customers. And
I dropped a link in the chat. Is there a Beyond Wednesdays code for anybody if they want to buy it?
Oh my God! If there isn't, I'm a fool.
Yeah. So
I'll tell you what though. Here, I don't know that I have a code, but I'm gonna do this. I got gifted these from a mutual friend of ours. Let's see if I can find them. I'll find them. There we go. I have a bunch of the New York Comic Con Momoko foils for 6. I think I probably still have 20 of those left. So the next 20 people that buy off the website, I'll send one of those out with your order.
There you go,
Nice
you guys.
shit.
Link is in the chat. If you guys want one of these, pick them up. 20 people
Basically
from
a
the
free
chat.
book.
You just got a free Momoko foil. A
Yeah.
shiny, as Zabbit says. Shout out to our boy Zabbit. One of the good dudes. One of
And
the good guys.
When we dropped the 43, which those came in and they're fucking cool as shit. When I dropped the 643 with Susie, we ended up not. I didn't have lined up signature with her because I hadn't had a chance to talk to her about it. She's gonna let me do a mail-in, so I finally listed up some CGC on that because I have a lot of people that wanted CGC. I got countless emails asking about it. But yeah, your answer is yes. Now we can. So
there you go. Go check
They're
it out, you
available.
guys. Hivecomics.com. Been doing great things, especially we love the Suspiria stuff. She's great, and go check it out, you guys. She's been killing it. She had a lot of new books come out this week that were really good, including one of the Hive variants, which is sweet. That Cat on a Hot Tin Roof variant, as I'm calling it, the Elizabeth Taylor one, was fantastic, dude. Holy shit, was that good? So that was pretty dope. So make sure you guys go check that out. Okay, one of the things I want to talk about before we call it a night, shout out to our boy Aaron Yee. Did you guys see this? Check this out. This is a fucking Killing Joke collectible from a camera company, I believe.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
That's fucking cool.
Bro, it looks like a fucking camera, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, come on, man.
Yep. Avant-garde
That's
edition.
fucking cool, man.
Ultra.
That is insane.
Each copy is signed by Brian Boland.
Ultra limited fine art edition, only 47 copies worldwide.
That's gonna be
Features
expensive.
metallic paper, aluminum covers, and is hand bound in Croatia. Each copy is signed by Brian Boland, uses the original John Higgins color files. A noir edition variant will be printed letterpress on cotton paper for true collectors. Look at this, dude. This is fucking crazy.
Oh,
That's gonna be expensive, huh?
ArgentComics.com.
Do they have it on there? Do we know what it's gonna cost yet?
Let's take a look.
Great website.
Yeah, fucking killer website. Noir edition.
Coming soon.
Coming soon, yeah. So
47 copies.
47 copies. This is for
What do you even think that's gonna cost? I mean, that looked expensive to me.
$1,000?
I
Yeah,
think
$1,000 plus, yeah. Everybody go buy stuff from hivecomics.com and Davis Ryder's website so we can afford
Yeah.
this shit.
Yeah, exactly. That might be 1,500 to be at 47 of them. Like that had to have been so expensive to make. You have to make your money to make profit off of that. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Bro, it's nuts. I mean, look at these. Look at the beautiful pages.
God.
see, I got the poor man's one right here. I've got Absolute Batman.
Oh,
Killing
that's a
Joke.
great one. I got that too, man. How can you not?
Imagine an absolute killing joke.
Oh,
Just
bro.
rewriting it with the absolute scope.
Oh, bro.
Oh yeah.
Here's the Brian Boland autograph.
That's
Look at
sick.
that. Yeah.
Damn.
So, I think you know,
So cool.
when that one shot came out, that was crazy. The LCS that my uncle owned, that bitch went around twice for that book, man.
Oh wow.
Love it.
I
Part
still,
of history.
I still remember the prestige paper, the cover, the smell of that cover, dude. Like It was crazy, man.
It's history, bro. That's what there's certain comics that like reach that historic status, you know? Real quick, I want to also, we're about to end it. I want to give a shout out to our boy Adam over at Comic Boards Inc. and the one and only Sveta Shabina. If you guys didn't know, you need to be following SvetaShabina.com because they'll throw up things like this. Shout out to Rupertsky. You can get remarks over there. Is it right now? Let's go take a look because they've been putting up remarks available for sale over there every once in a while, and you can find them. So
no shit, that's the first creator I hit up when we did Sweet Death, was like for trying to get for the Kickstarter. I was like, I need a Sveta cover for Sweet Death.
Fuck yeah, bro. She put out these are coming out, these lovers prints, which are great. Where are the comics? There should be some comics here, books. Let's see if there's any. There was a few of them that they put up. They put up some remarks. They must have all sold out, but you need to be following SvetaShabina.com. There we go. Look, there's remarks. So you guys, bro, look at these remarks. Look at this fucking. That's a dope remark, right?
Oh, those are cool.
Look at. Hold on. That's a good one, but let me show you some of my favorites. This one's one of my favorites.
God, the corpses, that's so good.
Yeah.
Dude, I will never forgive myself because I remember when Sveta was like first popping off was around the time of Exquisite Corpses. That was like when she was like going, you know, kind of like crazy, but it was just starting to happen. And I messaged him and I was like, I would really love Sveta to do Exquisite Corpses #1. He was like, I was like, she would do an amazing job. And he's like, she did do an amazing job. And I was like, fuck, he's like, you missed it by like 2 weeks. I was like, God, dude.
Shout out to
since then, it's like she's just so busy. You know what I mean? Like, you can't lock her down. She's so good.
And Dreadful 3. I mean, congratulations to everybody that followed the Kickstarter. They sold out of their ash cans. The Kickstarter is fucking amazing. Go check it out. And listen, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Shout out to everybody who dropped super chats and gifted memberships. Your guys' support is the reason that we keep coming back. If you guys are catching this on the rewind, I want to know what you guys think. If you're a retailer, let us know what you think about how the Dan Quintana thing went down and what you would do in that situation, and if it can be fixed. And also, everybody that supports this channel, we love you guys, and we do this for you guys. We're out.
Mama!